So, this session of Consequences of War is going to begin with an excerpt from the captain's log. Project Basilisk is off to a rough start. The crew were all able to report for duty, but there was an accident, and Chief Engineer Quinn was killed in action. The ship crashed and was damaged, but I was able to recruit another operative that goes by the name of Piet Reynolds as a replacement, although no one could replace Quinn. As for the other new additions, they're going to be interesting to watch, but first I gotta see what they're made of. And it seems like I needed to discipline one of the crew, but he's fine now. Just a short spacewalk without a suit, but he'll be making a nice recovery. Now, all we need is our first mission, and I'm going to prove to all you jagoffs on the council and other divisions wrong. We are now going to begin in a clean and neat classroom with rows of students all sat in their desks chatting to each other. At the head of the room, in front of the board, a strange man stands holding a book. All right, settle down, class. I'm almost done with taking roll. Janice? Here. All right, here. As he marks something off in his book. Hamza? Here. All right, here as well. Rakesh? Absent. I thought he asked to go to the bathroom earlier, but I told him to be back by now. I'll mark him as present, but he better be here soon, or I'll have to go find him. Cleo? Absent as well. I swear, if those two were in the bathroom together again, I'll have to speak to them. I bet Rakesh and Cleo are getting some in there. Hey, Hamza, how about you get some yourself, and then you can make fun of Rakesh all you want.
It was a savage.
Well then, class, let's get today's lesson started, as he slams his book close. We return to the airlock. After the events of last session, Virgil and Piet, you two have come forward to help Nathaniel with his injuries.
He's those.
As you do everything you can to help him out, and after a prayer to the icons, you manage to get a successful metacurgy roll, and it seems like he's stable at least and should be able to make a recovery. He was only out there for a minute, so there shouldn't be too much lasting damage. Now, we're going to start with you, Archie.
I'm a little frazzled, to be honest. Just really kind of freaked out. I've never seen anything like this per se. I mean, a lot of people don't really get killed very often in the line of work that I've been used to as recently. So, definitely a surprise. So Archie's a little frazzled, maybe not able to quite get his bearings. He's still shook.
Yeah. What about you, Dhonall?
Dhonall he's not as shaken as Archie, but he is he's shaken at the fact that somebody who's supposed to be the captain would do something as drastic as this.
What about you, Lucius?
Yeah, I mean, Lucius is really just wondering what the fuck everyone is doing trying to help this dude out. Like, we all clearly saw his insubordination, and, he was very much in the wrong and, deserved what he got. He's really just standing here, wondering, what's the next order? Like, why are we just here?
Loyal to the Empire, as always.
Of course, naturally.
What about you, Piet?
PA's thoughts on this are simple. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. This is what I signed up for, isn't it?
What about you, Virgil?
This is about what I expected.
From a space racist?
Yeah. It's about what I expected.
Bro, to him, we're the aliens, so honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
I've heard stories about. No, normally I'm the one. I'm the one in my species to give humans the benefit of the doubt.
But
and now,
I will give Lucius the benefit of the doubt.
Hell yeah.
It's not Harvey. Fuck Harvey.
Nah, bro, fuck her.
See, the difference here is in Virgil's mind, Everyone that was in character for everyone except Lucius, because Lucius did not seem like the kind of person who would throw someone out of the airlock.
Understandable, yeah. As Captain Ruffer gets a little alert on his holopad, as he nonchalantly kind of pulls it out, looks at it, and his eyes go wide and a long smile stretches across his face. Well, seems like it's our lucky day. We just received our first mission. I'm gonna go get the details on this and come back to brief everyone on the command deck. You see as he kind of steps over an outstretched arm of Nathaniel, looking at his pad, says, Harvey, take care of everyone, as he goes and walks off. So Harvey kind of just stands there awkwardly, not really sure what to do. But Eleanor rushes forward and goes to check on Nathaniel, kind of just like taps his face a little bit and says, Nathaniel, are you okay? Virgil, do you know, is he okay?
He'll be fine.
I mean, he was out there in the vacuum for a whole minute.
That's true. He isn't fine now. He will be, though.
I guess that's good.
It's better than not being fine in the future.
What exactly are you all standing around for? Get him to the medical bay.
Where is the medical bay?
Good by the icons. Come on, pick him up.
Harvey is like, oh, yeah, pick him up, yeah.
I fucking love Harvey so goddamn much, dude.
Let's be honest, guys. Who's really the commander and lieutenant commander in this relationship?
Obviously, Harvey.
What are you talking about, alright? Harvey is a strong leader, alright?
Bro, Harvey
He's
carries.
strong. That's about where I'd stop that sentence.
Yeah, you do see that, well, Lucius has this kind of, like, does not give two shits about Nathaniel. Harvey does seem to be a little bit more apologetic or apprehensive about this whole situation as he walks over to Lucius and says to everyone, well, I think the med bay is on the blue floor. Yeah, so that's up. Should be able to take him there and hopefully patch him up.
Alright, time to help pick this man.
You begin to start lifting Nathaniel up when Eleanor kind of just walks over and just heaves him over her shoulder.
Absolutely.
With almost too much, with no lack of difficulty whatsoever.
Virgil, stops for, half a second and then just goes, you are much better at that than me.
Oh, no, I'm sure you could do it too if you really tried.
Yes, but you're more efficient.
Well, if you want, Virgil, I can, we can work out together, and I can, teach you a thing or two.
Working out with this absolutely fucking
I will
roided
note
chick.
And so, we enter into the ship overview map. Here you can see the
There's a
outline
lot
of all
of
this shit.
trash everywhere.
A lot of trash, indeed.
Lots of trash.
Trash
Oh,
shit,
God.
to be
Command
honest.
center.
Okay,
Piece of
sorry. I had
shit.
Airlock.
Airlock.
Yeah.
unlocked.
Airlock unlocked.
Hey, what's in this room?
Peek inside and you see it's a room with a lot of computers and there's some machinery in there.
Ah, okay. I do not understand any of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave.
Yeah, so you leave.
Okay, I'm done.
A voice comes over the intercom as you hear, "Welcome to now. You have entered the engineering room."
Oh.
Mm,
What is an engineer?
What is an engineer? The
Consultant.
definition of an engineer is a person who designs, builds, or maintains engines, machines, or public works. It is a noun.
A fountain is a decorative reservoir for discharging water.
Oh,
Does that answer your question?
yes. Of course. I know what all of those are, especially the noun.
Oh my god!
Especially I love him. He's great.
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
am
already
noun.
Yes, you are a person.
Fuck me.
At
But I
least
am a
that is what you are
plutonian.
classified
I am not a
under in my
noun.
files.
I am not a noun. I am a plutonian. This is
Stupid
computer.
A Plutonian is a person that comes from the planet Pluto.
stupid computer.
Computer know
Having a
nothing.
fucking existential breakdown over here.
A noun.
Fuck me.
Then move on up to the, I guess, second floor? Question mark.
It's probably a multi-layered ship for sure.
Well, it is multi-layered.
Wow!
Yeah,
Wow.
you guys layered with blue.
Can I poke around in this bottom right room here?
Yeah, you can walk on down. As you try and open up the door, you see that it's stuck closed. And as you kind of jiggle the manual handle to open it up, a voice comes over the intercom that now all of you can hear. Unfortunately, Archie, that door is stuck. After a collision with the ground at extremely high speeds, parts of the ship have been sealed off.
Okay. I like kind of take my hands off and kind of like brush them against like sort of like looking around like, oh, damn.
That's the ship AI. She's been helping us out.
Okay, all right. Not used to my ship stalking me.
Does the AI have a name? Not to
Yes.
extent, but whatever.
My name is Helena.
Are you a noun?
No, please.
God. What?
Am I a noun?
Virgil just slowly
We're gonna
looks
need a
over.
break.
I-
He can-
PA also just kind of looks over.
Yes, it has been determined that I am a noun. I am a thing. A ship AI.
This is really weird. I'm not okay. Wow, this is a fancy ship. Huh?
I am
I'm
getting
sorry,
a bit
Dhonall.
more understanding of these nouns.
Dhonall, are you taking the piss?
What is that?
Are you
I do
calling
not
me-
have to piss.
Are you
Taking the piss is a
No,
saying
like,
from Britons that means joking.
Oh, good, it knows slang.
Oh no, I do not joke.
I have been uploaded with various language and dialect files.
I'm not saying this in character. How much you want to bet that the captain has enabled the racism feature,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
or at least loaded in the racist word?
Yeah.
I have been uploaded by the High Council of Gaia, and so neither the captain nor commander or any of the ship's crew has authorized or permission.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Well,
Interesting.
that's good.
All right. Well, we should probably get this guy to the med bay. Or
None of you could stop me if I wanted to.
Oh God.
Oh no. That's
Well,
very
yeah.
concerning.
That is
I
how
want to
AI
go
functions work, and as such, we have to trust you.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna kind of like mosey up to Lucius and be like, hey, between you and me, I'm not sure I like this whole talking computer thing. It's really weird, really strange. I don't.
On the task at hand. Helena, where exactly is the medical bay located on this floor?
The medical bay is located at the end of the hall on the right.
Thank you kindly, love.
You go walk over, Eleanor carrying Nathaniel. Eleanor just kind of heaves up Nathaniel with one arm, and then with the other hand attempts to open the door. And you see that she's having a little bit of trouble opening the door as Helena comes back in line and says, "The med bay is currently unoperational."
I'm sorry. We have a non-functional med bay.
Due to a collision at high speeds, parts of the ship have been rendered inoperable.
Well,
I
that's
recommend
Requesting
in the future not flying into the ground.
Helena,
Good. Someone
requesting
turned on the
technical request. Or technical request, what exactly have we needed to replace or repair within the medbay itself?
Calculating. The medbay. All of it.
I see. Do we have any spare parts on board, or are we just going to need to order something?
Listen, I don't know if we have time to like fix an entire med bay. How about we just put them on a bench or someone operates them? I mean,
Yes, but you see, part of my job is fixing the ship.
no, I
And if-
understand it's your job, but let's maybe split up and get the dying guy to be not dying.
He should be fine. The space was not that bad. It was rather warm today.
The inventory suggests the salvage room might be able to provide some tools and parts to repair parts of the ship. The engineering room is also a helpful place to find tools.
Excuse me, Miss Computer.
My name is Helena.
Miss Do you know where we could a good place to lie someone down in event of needing a makeshift med bay? Considering we don't
Several
have
locations on the ship that could be used as a rest point.
Okay.
The airlock is one of them.
I don't think that the airlock's gonna work. Can we get
I don't think
another
that's a good idea,
suggestion?
no.
There are multiple bathrooms on the ship.
Anywhere more sanitary.
Why don't we just take him to his quarters and...
Very good idea. See, this is here. Okay.
There is also a chapel.
A chap. Okay. That might work better. Maybe.
We're legally required to have a chapel on the ship.
Okay. I'm guessing it's not very fully featured. Then let's bring him to his quarters. I like that as an idea.
His private quarters should be good. He also has an office that he spends a lot of time in. If you want to put him there also, it's on this floor.
Good idea, Harvey.
Harvey is very proud of himself.
I knew it. I said it
for validation.
I said it specifically for that reason.
Harvey
is best girl.
Like, actually, bro.
Harvey walks over to this room right here next to the elevator, points and says, this is his accounting office that he spends a lot of time. He doesn't like to socialize with the rest of us very much.
Very well.
You guys enter in the office, various kinds of literature. You also see a couple plants around that a even bigger chair resides behind. You think if I just kind of slump him in his chair, that'll be fine?
It's probably fine if we just...
Does his chair have a reclining option?
It's Nathaniel, so yes it does.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Puts him down in his chair as he just kind of lays down limp, pulls a lever, and you see as he just freaking snaps backwards onto reclining. As she just kind of like cringes and like looks around at all of you and is like,
Nathaniel
oops.
dies from whiplash.
I'm sure that's fine.
Maybe
Virgil's just gonna
easy on him.
do the medical thing and make sure that he's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I guess it's time for a tour, right?
Yes.
Would be helpful.
I believe that would be in order.
As well as introductions, because I don't think we've had a proper chance to do any of that.
Possibly.
I'll start, since, I'm the commander. By the way, I'm the commander, everyone. My name is Harvey
Commander.
Ellis.
Hey, Harvey. I salute him. Give him a
Nice to meet you.
cheeky little salute.
You see as Harvey salutes and bows and waves
All at the same time.
all at the same time. It's actually pretty impressive, like the amount of, kind of just like, he can just do all these things
One
at
hand
once.
Lots
salutes,
of
one hand
coordination.
waves, all while he goes down 90 degrees.
Eleanor speaks up next and is like, I'm Eleanor Wiscott, hired as the assistant engineer, but I'm not sure if that'll be changing or whatever's going on.
I'm sure your position is at least still safe.
You see as she nods very, very quickly. Yeah, definitely.
If anything, we're probably going to need more people. All this stuff.
Well, I suppose I'll go next. My name is Piet. I am the emergency add-on, I guess?
Wow, we got the PA DLC? That's great.
Sick.
Yes, I cost an entire, basic military salary and, benefits package, I think? Did I get a benefits package? Commander,
you all
I
have
get
dental.
benefits? I get dental now?
That's pretty good.
Honestly, so real quick, the benefits to joining a division are actually pretty good. There is a life insurance policy they have. They give you dental. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll get some paid leave as well.
If we're doing introductions, then my name's Archie. I am the pilot. And I kind of go up to Harvey.
Oh, yes. Weren't you the one who crashed the ship?
Now listen.
He just slowly starts looking over, just like, oh.
See, you gotta understand. I don't have a ton of experience with multi-engine ships. I just it's a whole thing. I'm still learning.
So you're incompetent.
No, it was no.
You see his Harvey's just like, damn.
I can't. I'm just kind of like devolved to a stuttering mess. Like no.
Harvey puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, shh, don't worry, Archie. I'm sure you'll definitely get better.
I tried. Promise, it was a fluke.
When you're at the bottom, the only way to go is up.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Harvey.
We wouldn't have been able to take off the second time if it weren't for you, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yep, that's true. Listen, you're stuck with me at this point, so let's just pretend that I'm a great pilot that has never messed up once.
These ships don't handle well in atmosphere.
That is true.
Whoa, it wasn't atmosphere that was the issue. We aren't aware of this, PA, but there was essentially a bomb planted on the ship that was supposed to detonate once we reached it.
I mean, seriously, the fact that we're all alive is a miracle.
Yes, thanks to Quinn. Not that Quinn, the dead one.
Oh, there's a dead one? Oh.
Hence why you're the emergency add-on.
I see.
Well, glad to have you with us.
It's just like,
Okay, I will go next. I am Dhonall. I am a noun.
You did not just say that.
Oh, W, fucking great. That was brilliant. Good shit.
Helena comes over and it's like,
Rohan, I had the wrong idea making like a fucking political guy. I should have just played a dumbass like this.
It's so fun.
Helena's just like, correct.
And I am your resident gunman, who has not failed yet.
Yeah.
And I won't, because I am the best on this ship.
Guilty.
I see.
Innocent till guilty, I say.
Whatever that means, yes.
No, right.
What is
Gay just looks over and is like, so, Mr. Noun, we should talk about guns later. I like guns. I like building guns.
Oh.
You want to build some guns?
I do not know how to build guns, but I know how to shoot them really good.
Hey, fair enough. Bring your guns by later after the tour. I'll clean them.
Much appreciated, friend.
Uploading files of metaphors to Dhonall's personal console.
Oh my god.
What is a metaphor?
Uploading English 1 to Dhonall's personal console.
Yes, thank you, Helena. Well, that's that. I am Lucius Quinn, Lieutenant Commander above ship. Former Rear Admiral in my time.
You made Rear Admiral. Impressive.
Yes. For
Wait.
someone my age.
Lucius, Lucius, Captain?
Wait.
I could have sworn.
Don't recall what you mean. You must have me confused with someone else, probably.
It's been a long time. It's very possible.
Yes, I don't believe we've ever met before. Perhaps the war was...
You see as Eleanor kind of turns away from you whenever you make your introduction. Harvey speaks up and says, shh. And before anyone says anything, Lieutenant Commander is actually below Commander, even though it has more words. So,
Good to know.
I was confused by that too, so it's understandable.
Yes, Harvey is technically above me, and if you know basic military hierarchy, know that. Yes.
It's more words. It should be higher up.
Helena, can you upload
That's
the
what I was
basic
saying.
military handbook to Dhonall's console as well? I think he needs
You
it.
say this like you
Right,
think
you
I
get-
will be
But
reading
no,
it.
so much.
You say this like you think I will read it. I cannot read.
I was never taught how to read.
Oh no!
I was only taught to read the values of money on the coins.
I was given a proper education, and so I can both read words and numbers.
We've figured out how to wake him up. Just give him something.
Wow, what a
he can
flex.
Drag him and retort him.
What a flex! You made it through
Wow.
5th grade!
Oh,
Nathaniel, you really
Numbers
are
and-
quite ahead of your time, aren't you?
You see as he pulls the lever to pull himself back up, and he's like, "Yes, I am aware. I am Nathaniel Von Million, and I am the accountant on board this ship.
Why are you constantly bowing?
Because a man must always have his dignity.
And yet you wouldn't fucking kneel?
Yes, kneeling before the captain would discount my dignity. It's a form of respect in many cultures, as I'm sure you're not aware.
Yes, so is kneeling. I don't. Do you know anything about this?
I'm the numbers guy, okay?
I'm the numbers guy. I don't know common courtesy. Well, my name is, and then proceeds to
Yes.
say something that no one can pronounce.
Yes.
If you were to try, that's how it's written. Go nuts.
Yes.
Yes. That's like,
Virgil Languisuar.
and then Virgil says, but it's easier for everyone if I simply go by a pseudonym that everyone can understand. So Virgil will.
Virgin was your name again?
Virgil.
Oh, Virgil. That makes more sense.
Dunking on Virgil.
Please do not tell me you thought his name was Virgil.
Listen, it's very similar. I couldn't.
I got very confused as well.
It is similar, yes.
Wait, no. Why are you? You should not be advocating for this.
It's only a few letters off. I understand.
I get
it. You see, as by the way, Nathaniel attempts to speak the name, and he actually probably gets one of the closest pronunciations that you've heard from a human. Although he is still human, so it is a tad bit off.
Yeah, there's a few gurgles that could probably only be reproducible if he had a glass of water and was gurgling it.
Vergrulanguisalar?
That's the closest you can get. I believe the actual pronunciation would probably be like actually gurgling.
Yeah, fucking.
But something like that.
Yeah, no, of course, naturally.
But I am the diplomat. I am to make sure that we don't do anything that would start up a war again.
Good. We don't need more of this.
I do agree.
Well then, how exactly did a Cephian get on board a human ship?
I was appointed here by the High Council of Gaia.
That's very, very official.
Indeed.
You should have no doubt of your abilities.
Virgil kind of gives a nod of like acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And probably the closest thing you can get to a smile with a beak.
The beak curves.
Yeah, the beak curves. Just a tad. You have no idea if that's because of his biology or if he's trying to be accommodating for the people who actually smile.
People who actually smile. Well, with that out of the way, shall we get the rest of the tour over with?
Yes,
indeed.
I think that would be.
Well, if it's all right with you, Commander, sir. Since I already have been on the ship and I know my way around, can I just go to the engineering room and get some work done? Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Great, wonderful. Scooches by everyone, dips on out.
Yeah.
I agree. It might be a good idea to get some work done around. Maybe get everyone acclimated.
Yes, indeed. Shall we go?
Indeed.
I'm actually gonna hang back for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Once everyone's gone.
All right.
Virgil goes back over. If I may, do, as a personal opinion, I think that your pride is a worthy sacrifice for your life.
I thank you for your input.
If you don't agree, that is fine.
There are times in your life when you must not bend to a tyrant.
I respect that will. Virgil kind of gives a nod.
Nathaniel gives a nod as well, and he continues and says, "But perhaps for this tyrant in specific, I should bide my time."
I do believe that more good will be accomplished if you do simply bite your tongue at times. I'm sure everyone has noticed that he's not the kindest to me, and while I don't appreciate it, I am simply accepting it.
I understand. You were doing your own version of biding your time. If you personal opinion from me, eventually you'll have to stand your ground.
That will likely come. But
until then,
yes. Virgil gives a human saying goodbye. Wait, whoa, it's like bookends and parallels, because he said hello like a Sephian would, so I'm saying goodbye like a human. It's parallel.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is some deep storytelling.
Guys, you actually have to have a very high IQ to understand consequences of war.
Honestly, we're way too highly intellectual.
Yeah.
We all passed English 1, all right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Except for Dhonall. Except for
No,
We all read To Kill a Hummingbird. Mocking?
To Kill a Hummingbird.
I'm sure it was a cardinal, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought a blue jay was involved somehow. Am I wrong?
Version.
Harvey leads the way and says, "Well, I guess first up, over here are the holding cells." As he walks down, opens up the doorway for you to look inside. So it's kind of like these energy kind of cages that are lined up against the wall.
Oh, so all you need to do to break out is get the ship to lose power.
Yes.
I would like to note, if the ship loses power, we do also kind of die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not immediately.
Well, oxygen.
I like
We've got 12 to 14 hours before we've run out of air.
I feel like they could at least, install some bars.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Fail-safe bars, probably.
We should get a physical safe.
Should look into that, actually.
Due to the high destructive potential of most criminals in the Third Horizon, physical objects are a very little obstacle for them to overcome.
Oh, well, fair enough, actually.
We'll install a bulkhead or something there. Either way, that's for later. What else is there on this floor?
Install an airlock, so when the power goes out, the doors open and it just kills the criminal.
Oh, that would be a war crime.
It'd be effective, though.
Have you ever heard of the Gaia conventions? I feel like we're missing something.
I'm sorry,
here.
the what? Due to the Kua conventions, executions of criminals is illegal.
Just straight up.
Okay.
Noted.
Yeah. If we were to put anyone, above Saint level, probably, some bars wouldn't stop them.
Oh, what if they were really, really good bars?
Well, you know,
I'll look into it. We move on over here. You see as this door opens up, see the Salvage Room. That essentially is filled with just boxes and just heaps of random scrap and items, and just rows and rows of shelves, literally random anything.
So we found my favorite room.
This is the Salvage Room. Basically anything we acquire on missions or anything like that, we pop into here.
Interesting.
Also, it serves as a storeroom for anything we need, like food or anything like that.
So, so when can we get the ship operational? We're not ready to fly, are we?
You're in space.
Yeah, we're on autopilot mode right now.
Oh yeah, okay, but it's not broken enough so that we can't fly.
The ship, while damaged, is still operational and should be able to travel through the stargates.
I see. Okay, thank you.
He simply just knocks on the doors and says, "These are bathrooms." Opens it up, and you guys see this is the chapel. With some pews. There's even a little confession booth in there as well. There's a couple statues of the icons, and a big window as well out to space that you can see all the stars out of.
Ooh, pretty.
Ooh, a structural integrity issue. Nice.
What?
Who runs a confession booth?
Probably our priest.
Oh, we have a priest.
We're legally required to have one.
Yes.
Lucius is not happy.
Lucius doesn't like religion.
I just
said
love the
that
whole
Lucius
concept
doesn't
of a
like
military.
religion.
I love
Lucius
the. No, I just love the whole concept of a confessional booth on a military starship. It's like after a mission, it's like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I murdered 15 people today by shooting them with an automatic weapon.
So were you doing it for your country?
No, he's just following
that's
orders,
the
I
thing.
swear.
Then all is forgiven.
Well, if I ever die because that window blew out, my last thoughts are going to be cursing standard military procedure. Anyway.
Descending time.
Descending time.
Descend into the pit.
As Harvey goes over to here, he opens up this door. Guns.
Gun.
Oh, that's a
they-
lot
that-
of guns.
That's actually one gun. Those are that's the ship's.
Very big gun.
Yeah, that's the ship's gun.
That's actually Harvey's
found
gun.
my
That's his
home.
only
It's
gun.
actually Harvey.
He has his own room dedicated to his gun.
It's also gun.
It's also guns. Yes, it is.
Nice. All right. Very
God,
nice.
though.
Yeah. Okay.
Backing up, yeah, right here. You guys pass this kind of like it's a hallway thing where it is the wall. Where engraved upon it you can see various names of old legendary soldiers of the Empire.
No, there's two walls because we're gonna need the space.
That too.
This is my favorite room on the ship, the Armory.
I can wear an armor stand for protection, right?
I mean, hey, we know how strong a fucking door is, so go to this room. Guess what it is? Guess what it is? Guess what it is?
Bathroom.
It's more guns!
Yeah, I thought so.
The blue floor is more of a specialty type floor of purpose rooms. And then the red floor are the combat and engineering floor.
Why does
There's a
one
long-
side get one more gun? What's so special about that side?
That side doesn't have an airlock on it, so yeah.
This is airlock discrimination.
It's also where you store any exos you might get. And in fact, we can put down says a little hello to Eleanor and walks towards the back. As you guys follow him, this massive, just ginormous door at the back.
That goes to space. We aren't gonna open that door.
We don't open
Why,
that
you-
door.
We don't know. What, you don't want to take a nice fast trip outside?
Opening up this door is the Graviton Projector.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
This is- Yeah, that's the thing that it lets you guys actually fly.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Oh. So if
Yeah.
that gets destroyed, we're kind of just fucked.
Yes. This is the
No,
thing.
we can move ballistically.
So, after a certain amount of time, after a mission, or just every so often, the different crew members on your ship will be in a random room that they might be in. You'll be able to see that they're in the engineering room, and if they have anything to talk about or tell you about, they'll have a little dot over their head.
I'll have a little exclamation point.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, wait, that's sick.
Man center.
Hey.
You see that the smile on the captain's face has disappeared and is instead replaced with a scowl. Alright, everyone take a seat somewhere, anywhere, I don't care. If you have any questions, please do ask. The only thing worse than insubordination is incompetence. You see as he pushes a couple buttons on the holo display, and a large hologram of a planet appears. That now you definitely instantly recognize this as Menkar,
Oh.
the first planet that your homeworld destroyed with what you brought. The captain begins to speak to all of you. This is the planet of Menkar, the place where the Typhon emergence occurred and humanity's first encounter with the monsters from between the stars. Our mission is to examine the ruins and extinguish any remaining Typhon threats. Now, while this seems on the surface like a decent mission, the Council has fucked us. This is just busy work. It's almost impossible to tell whether every Typhon threat is disposed of until a certain amount of time has passed because of the radiation they give off. So, Menkar is essentially a giant radiation hotspot. They are sending us here while they send the other divisions out on real missions.
So we still have to prove ourselves.
I think that's the idea.
Well, that sucks.
Before I answer any questions, I'm going to start establishing teams. He opens up his hollow pad and begins to read off of it. The man who got his face smashed in when he first arrived on the ship, you see as he stands up and says, "Actually, sir, the people on the bridge have been talking, and we've decided. After that little display in the airlock, we'd rather if we could leave this division and go somewhere else." You guys look around, you see that all these other people sat at their desks nod in agreement. As Tobias takes this in, he looks around, nods his head, and says, "Alright, that's fine. People with weak stomach on this crew would have left sooner or later anyway. If you apply to this position, you'll be free to leave once we get to someplace safe. But those who were recommended or selected through a process, well, they'll have to go through a little bit more paperwork. Is there anyone else who wants to leave? No? Alright." You see as he fiddles with his hollow pad a little bit more, reconfiguring the teams, and he continues on with the briefing.
I just imagine that he's like, "Oh, does anyone else want to leave?" Looks at the Cephian. "Anyone? No? God damn it."
You know, if you want to leave, like, you totally could. So, you know, if you feel, like, uncomfortable maybe in this workplace, or, like, you don't fit in, or you might be a little bit different. If you feel like you're inferior to the other people on board, then you are free to leave.
Yeah, he just turns around and walks out the door.
Wait, no, we need you. No. For this first mission, I need to see where everyone's at. And that means everyone. So, team number 1 is going to comprise of Harvey, Lucius, Dhonall, Yay, Virgil. Team 2 will be myself, Nathaniel, Eleanor, Archie, and Scott. See his...
Scott.
Who the fuck is Scott?
He sees this guy over here. Just have like waves his hand and is like, "I'm Scott."
Oh, and it's
Hello,
Scott.
Scott.
It's Scott.
Oh, you were the one that I peered over your shoulder, and I did not know what you were doing.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was kind of uncomfortable. He kind of sitting there, but...
Guys, we need to give Scott art.
Absolutely.
Scott will be the first romance option.
Already working on it, bro.
I'm gonna romance Scott.
I'm team option. The entire team does an 8-part harmony serenade of Scott.
Yeah, Scott's just like, "Hey, Dhonall, if you ever want to look a little closer over my shoulder anytime, feel free to."
Oh, I see.
Will do. I can get a better look.
Oh, yeah. You definitely get a better look, that's for sure.
Yes. That is what looking closer does.
Yeah. Alright. Plutonian. I see. Is it true what they say about you?
What about us?
You know.
They say many things.
No.
You know.
What are you implying?
Oh, no, I'm not doing this now.
Dhonall later just goes, "Oh, okay. Yes, we do, in fact, have 3 toes."
Only on one foot, though. The other one's fine.
It is a result of the radiation.
Alright, Archie. The coordinates are in the ship. With Helena's help, you should be able to land us down there.
You got it, boss. Sir. Boss? Can I call you boss?
Are you like this? Sure.
Thanks, boss. And I'll go. Where do you point to? I'm sorry, down here?
Yeah, in the pilot's chair. Tobias just shakes his head and is like, "Why?"
You see, you picked me up from an arcade.
A couple of hours pass, and you all venture through a Stargate into the Third Horizon map.
Whoa!
Currently, you are in the Sadal system, and you have to make it all the way over to Menkar.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Couple systems over. It's not too bad.
Yeah. As you approach the Menkar planet, Menkar is a sad planet, although it wasn't much better before the Typhon emergence, being the last system and planet to be colonized in the Great Expansion, leaving little resources left to properly inhabit it by the Prime Corpus, a planet of jungles and river deltas with one of two monoliths located here. This one is leaning and tilted, a relic from the ancient alien civilization that came before, with rumors of a connection to the Icons. This place is believed to be the home planet of whoever inhabited the Sadao route before the Scrack, with even an empty Stargate here that no one has returned from, that some theorize is how the Typhons truly arrived, rather than from Pluto. And others think this is where the ancient alien civilization left through, to one day return, with blocky stone boxes making up most of the buildings here. The roads and alleyways are decorated with destroyed hover cars and remnants of a violent battle taking place here, as humanity tried to push back the monstrous threat. They used all they could, from Scrack foot soldiers that trampled the silk fields to heavy orbital bombardment that collapsed buildings, reducing them to rubble.
Whoa.
And it still wasn't enough, as evidenced by the ghost planet Menkar has become. Only specters of a past life reside here, with critters having come to take back what was once theirs, with their cries and calls being the only sound throughout the city. Welcome to Menkar. As the ship descends through the atmosphere and then landing down safely, as you all disembark, all the people who had said that they wanted to leave also begin getting off the ship.
Oh.
We're just gonna leave him here.
Yeah.
But like, I'm legitimately surprised he didn't just throw all of them out of the airlock. I'll be real.
Yeah, that's facts actually.
So like, leaving them here stranded on an alien, planet with radiation, I feel like that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Following behind is, of course, the Captain Refer. As these people walk off the ship, you can see they have panicked looks on their faces, and some of them are nervously shaking as they all look around, really terrified of their environment. As Tobias steps off the ship. Well, here you go. You wanted off the ship? Here you are.
Yep.
God, Tobias, try and be a bit less predictable.
I'm sure if you look around, there's probably some stores or houses that don't have completely irradiated food. Then, one day I'm sure the Empire will come back to take this place back to where it came from. You see, those of you with applications, you hadn't technically been accepted yet. I was going to get to it after I saw we even showed up in the first place, but looks like my laziness came in handy this time. Now, if any of you think that you're going to try and sneak back on the ship, just know Lena has a defense protocol. And those 3 huge guns on her, they're loaded and set to fire. Of course, they're meant to take out any Typhons or bandits that might come up, but hey, traitors to the Empire work also. Now go on, get. You see as the other crew members kind of are frozen for a moment until Tobias shouts again, I said get out of here!
They really could have picked a better time to quit.
Yeah, for real.
Like, honestly, what did they think they were gonna get?
I know, right?
I'll be real.
Biased motherfucking rep of all people.
They should have fully quit, like, when we were going back to resupply somewhere or something. Not when we're about to depart on a dangerous mission to an abandoned planet.
Yeah.
You're located and threw all of you out of an airlock.
Yep. Hey, guys.
That's another one for Captain Bingo.
As a couple pairs kind of separate off, as some go towards the city, others try their chances in the wild.
We won't be seeing them again.
Nope.
You see as Tobias turns to all of you who have stayed, plus Scott.
Scott!
Scott, the man.
Scott, my man!
Now we're down to just us. But I think we got this. Now, scanners picked up some increased activity near the monolith. Yeah, but there's also a schoolhouse nearby that seems to have some increased radiation around it. Up to you which one you want to go to. I really don't care. Just come back in one piece. He nods to all of you as he tells his team, "All right, team, move out." As they trudge off into what seems to be the wild.
Very well.
Which one's
say we go
closer?
to the schoolhouse.
Which one's closer?
Yeah, that is a good question. Which one is closer, actually?
It seems like the monolith is probably closer.
All right.
Monolith?
It just seemed like the monolith and the school are in two opposite directions.
Oh, I see. That's quite unfortunate then.
We'll do the monolith first, and then the school?
Seeing how
Yes.
this planet is teeming with typhons, assuming, going to the place with the higher rate of activity, I guess. What are we doing?
We are just trying to search and destroy, essentially. Take out any remaining typhons that we find. Which I suppose is your specialty, you know? So... Yes, it might seem like we're probably going to run into more typhons, likely at a monolith. I imagine that's where...
I say house, and as we are coming back, we unload whatever we find on the ship, and then we go to the monolith, because,
True.
well, with typhons, there is not a very high chance of coming back.
What equipment do we have available?
Well, I have my pistol.
I have my
also
grape gun.
have my pistol.
I too.
I have a grape gun.
What now?
I
Yeah, do you
think
not
I have
have
a
like
pistol.
Do you not have, like, a
I-
rifle of some...
I have my pistol.
I have a blade. They took all of my guns.
They took your gun.
Yes.
Seems rather inefficient.
That's what I said.
Who's they?
I would rather not say for now.
Of course.
No, you have your secrets, of course.
Oh, I have a Vulcan cricket. That is
So
my-
someone has a rifle. It's the fucking diplomat.
Yo, wait, you actually have one? Maybe we should give it to... Wait, Dhonall, are you good with rifles? Like, if we gave you a rifle, would that
Yes,
be good?
he's very good with rifles.
Alright.
Even gun.
We fucking look over at... Goddamn, we look over at Virgil and see he has a whole fucking rifle on his back, just, like, strapped around him, and we're like, oh, wait, Virgil, have you always been carrying that?
I like
weird.
the
It wasn't
thing
on you in the
I like the
non-combat
thing that-
area.
I swear, that's so strange.
Kind of just spawned in on your person. That was weird.
Yes, I was holding it in my inventory.
Oh,
But of course.
What are these things looking up?
What is
If it is better,
Inventory.
if it is better suited for Dhonall to be holding it at this moment, that does seem reasonable to me.
Yes, just in the case that we run into any typhons, we do want to give the person who will be best suited with the rifle, I assume.
Yes.
yes, as commander, I order you, Virgil, to hand over your weapon to Dhonall. And Dhonall, like, give him yours too. So, like swapsies.
Oh, so I give him my blade?
For like Virgil like takes half a second to like
Are you
think
good with those?
I was going to do that anyway.
Yes, I
I
imagine a
see.
lower tier division such as ourselves are probably not privy to the higher rations of ammunition and such. But such is
Looks
the
like they want us to die.
way of war.
They did set a bomb on our ship, or someone did. So
I don't know how I like my new employers very much.
Hey, we got dental. Look at the good side.
Oh boy, I brush my teeth every day. I don't need dental.
Let me tell you, it's quite
You have
good dental
dental.
too. It's very good dental.
I'll take your word for it.
Honestly,
I see.
they might be able to clean your beaks. I'm not sure exactly how Cephian oral hygiene works, but
There's not very much of it.
fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
assuming you ever break your beak, I'm sure an orthodontist might be able to help.
Yes.
Hey, they also give you a gym membership also. So that's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Nice.
Armon, quick question.
This is the
What?
second time that
Able to
someone
make
has
use
said, "Hey, Virgil, you should work out."
But they also give parental leave, so that's cool.
What is the parental leave?
It's like if you have a kid and you need to take time off to go take care of your kid.
Oh,
Like,
well, I
while
do
they're
not
first
have any
being
of
born.
those.
Well, you never know. You might end up. You never know what happens, right?
Yeah. Also, the ship is a pet-friendly workplace. I would think that applies to us, unless we count Dhonall. But
what?
I didn't hear anything. Did you say
So
something?
the
Harvey?
schoolhouse, right? The schoolhouse.
Yeah, I think we should go to the schoolhouse now.
And I hereby promote Dhonall to team vice leader, because he's good with Typhons, right? So
I'm very good with Typhons, yes.
Yes, it would probably be best if we let Dhonall take the lead in going forward and make sure that we all try to stay as stealthily. If your weapons have silence toggles, make sure to switch them on.
Yeah, don't got that.
I think we are way too poor for that right now.
I mean, to be fair, accelerators aren't that much more expensive, but
I'm
they
sorry,
are out of our budget range.
Real quick, Lucius, you want to say something?
No, I just I have an accelerator pistol. As a silence
Well, it must be nice to be you.
Yes,
Must be nice to be a fancy freaking high-level soldier here.
I was in the military for a long time, so.
And all I have is a pistol? Fucking loser.
Yeah, you're right though. And these medals. Fucking lousy ass medals and a fucking
It's okay.
Don't do shit.
Let's actually go to the schoolhouse then. Dhonall, take the lead.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I know where I'm going. I have the map. How long ago was this planet abandoned?
It's been like 5 years. So yeah, that's the interesting thing, is that it's only been about 5 years, yet there's a pretty extreme amount of vegetation and plant growth happening here.
It's just the radiation.
I'm sure without the lack of any sort of major species living here, the vegetation has just been unchecked, so it has just been growing everywhere. And
as an engineer, I can tell you that I have no idea.
Yes, like.
Which reminds me, do we need to worry about activating active mode on like scanner, or should we simply remain on passive?
Considering that this place is likely the area with more Typhons, might be good to have the proximity sensor on. How does it work exactly? Does it
So active mode gives us increased range at the cost of being easier to spot by hostile sensor techs, which I doubt is much of a concern here.
Yes, considering they're just Typhons, they don't really use technology.
Well,
yeah.
Some of them have integrated mechanical parts.
Yeah.
Kind of like cyborg monsters.
Right, but they're not using things like sensors or proximity beacons.
Okay, we're gonna go with
but
alright. Then it might just be good to be on passive for now.
Passive still gives us long range scan capability, which will be sufficient for where we are, I believe.
Yes, agreed. Very well. Dhonall, Avi, take the lead, please. We will follow suit.
Is this door, is it open?
That door's closed right now. It creaks unopen, as it is not locked, no. So, the school is hit pretty hard by the Typhon emergence, and is partly in shambles, with parts of the building having collapsed in on itself, as the entire second floor is almost non-existent, as the school was hit by artillery. Some vegetation has started to grow in the building, as it slowly covers the soot that blackens the majority of the walls. As you open up this door now, with your team right behind you, yeah.
See.
How are there cobwebs here if there's like... Alright, fair.
Well, which reminds me, in my professional engineer opinion, how structurally sound is this thing if we were to accidentally, say, shoot a support column?
It wouldn't collapse. It's just the second floor is just destroyed.
It's just gone. Okay.
I would not recommend high explosives, however.
It's a good thing I don't have any yet.
You see there's a bunch of blood marks near the doors, and as you enter into the building, you can see on the other side of the door are a lot of handprints and stuff as people try to escape.
Weapons out, everyone. This is a precautionary measure.
Looks like they were trying to push open the pull door. That is why they died.
Stinking smell, really.
as whatever victims were here have either decomposed over the years or have been eaten in their entirety. Dark silence suffocates the halls of this place that was once filled with the laughter and chatter of students. Although, as you creep in, it feels as though something is watching you, hiding, waiting for its chance to strike.
Engaging the proximity sensor.
Is this where we get the series pet?
I hope so. I really want one.
I really hope it's not what I think it is, but this might be like me leading to a stretch. With hint. I don't like that laughter, Armon.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Is this like a doorway?
Yeah, that's another doorway.
I'm gonna peek inside. What do I see?
You peek inside and you see a little bit of what seems to be like a theater of some sort, an auditorium.
Can I, this blood, just from like looking at it, does any of it seem fresh or is it all like very?
That's all very old.
All this very old?
Yeah.
What about this one over here?
Old.
Old? Okay.
I'm going to engage a scan of the area with the proximity sensor.
Alright, what exactly does that do?
It's a technology check, and I guess I can search for, like, now that we're closer in, I can probably search, in this case, for denser pockets of radiation.
Okay. Nice.
Limited success.
You pick up heavier pockets in the auditorium, down this hallway, back over here, and then farther off deep into the school.
I'm going to, like, basically, on the tiny little screen of this sensor, I'm just going to, like, mark the points relative to where we are. Which one should we attack first?
I think we should go for the one...
Well, before we start opening fire on things, we should probably survey the area.
Yes. I would just like to know what it is we are facing.
Anyone have one of the optic cables to peek
I have
into
a
rooms?
drone.
That might be good.
That might work. A bit noisier than I prefer, but it's going to get noisy here anyway.
Well,
I have a feeling that whatever is here already knows we are here.
my pistol has a sensor scope on it, if that helps.
I believe that will aid us if there's smoke, but I doubt that will be a concern. You never know for certain, though.
Perhaps it might be best. Armon, just peering into here, does this seem like a big-ass courtyard or like a big-ass, like, auditorium?
A big-ass auditorium.
Because here, I'll show a little bit of it so you guys kind of peek in.
Oh, okay, yeah. In which case, it might be best to work as a strike force and go room by room before we go into any large open spaces where we risk ambush or being surrounded. At least we can take the fight to whoever is here as opposed to them coming to us.
Yeah, so there was pockets, over to the left, over in this area, and then over here up top?
Yeah, basically.
Alright. We could probably proceed right down this hallway, clear the rooms, leave the large auditorium for last.
Yes, I think that might...
I do agree, there could be a nest.
Precisely.
A nest. Yeah.
Are there such things as queen typhons?
That does lead me to a question in general. What the fuck is a titan, by the by? Or typhon? Type?
Yeah,
titan. Yeah.
Typhon are like cybernetic monsters that basically showed up out of the fucking blue during the middle of the war. And so that's actually what led to the ceasefire, because they were just killing everybody. So the humans
I remember
and
that,
aliens
but like, what are they?
Literally,
are they an
space
insect?
monsters.
Are they an animal? Are they all
That's
robot? Are they
a
cyborgs?
great question. Dhonall, do you want to answer? Do you know the answer to this? Or?
You want to know what a typhon is? Yes. They were once people.
Huh?
No longer. They have been transfigured into monsters, irradiated. They came out of Pluto.
Virgil raises a finger. Can they turn others into typhons?
That they can't turn people into typhons. It's not an infection. It's I don't know. It's like they've become abominations of nature. I don't think it was by choice.
But by what mechanism could this have occurred? Radiation, mutation, some kind of experimentation, or perhaps divine intervention.
So what happens if someone were to be around them for too long?
Radiation poisoning. It's best to stay away from physical contact with them.
Do they tend to go crazy?
Some are more methodical than others.
I will cut to the chase. I'm mainly trying to figure out if Captain Tobias might have wanted to stave off setting a bunch of people out here simply for the practical reason of they might go crazy and try to attack us.
Well, Typhons usually attack on sight. Even if there are like people here, they won't go crazy. They'll just see it as another food source. Like tossing some meat into a tiger's cage at the zoo.
Good to know. I would hate to be torn apart by one of the old associates who has gone crazy.
I do not want to say this, but I don't think we'll be seeing them again. Nor will the people who probably decide to come pick them up.
Well, I suppose that's better than seeing them again and then no one ever seeing us again.
Jerry's still out on that one. We should probably keep moving.
Yes, we don't want to sit around because, we are in a school building. It's very likely an ambush, or a Typhon who likes to ambush its prey is lurking around here, or maybe multiple.
We should check these 3 rooms down here.
And they would likely have a better layout of the land than we would.
They have been living here for years, yes.
Very likely.
Armon, these are just cobwebs, right?
Yeah, those are just cobwebs.
Alright, well, let's get into breaching formation. Avi, I think you'd be best on the right side. Dhonall, left side, ready with rifles.
The 3 of us will follow, I suppose.
Make sure at least one of us is keeping an eye on our backside.
Alright, bust in. Looking around, does it seem like there's anything in here besides blood, cobwebs, and rubble?
Alright.
Clear.
I will search this desk back here, see if there's anything of value, maybe within the desks of the classroom. I doubt it, but...
Poking around the rubble, it seems to have crushed a desk. Thankfully, no one was sitting in that desk when it fell. But you dig through the teacher's desk, and you don't find much except for some old textbooks and what seemed to have been the lesson plan for looking at the dates would have been the day after the Typhon emergence.
Alright, well, alright, on to next.
So now it gets back into position.
3, 2, 1, breach.
Bang!
Oh, what's that over there?
Back your corners, clear the room.
You see more rubble, more blood. A tree pokes through the window. I want everyone to roll an observation check. Instead of looking around, you start to listen a little bit, kind of straining your ears to hear anything that's out of ordinary. You start to hear some tapping.
Where is it coming from?
You don't know where, just from somewhere outside the room, but you can almost swear that it seems almost rhythmic.
Okay.
Can I attempt to run it through the computer to see if I can see a pattern?
Well, that's funky. Yeah. You don't get any result or clear message from it, but what you can tell is that it has a very close connection, or it's related very closely to Morse code.
I'm going to motion Virgil over.
That's me. I'm Virgil.
And just show Virgil the computer and ask, can you make any sense of this, or do you recognize any message within the system of what might be a code? I heard a tapping noise.
Ooh, oh boy. Oh boy, can I.
Roll a wits check.
A wits check?
It's 2 tapping noises, actually, almost interwoven. Whatever it's coming from seems to be reacting to the other one.
Okay. Next, I'm going to take this information over to our resident Typhon expert and ask, do the Typhon have the ability to communicate via some kind of tap-based code? I hear 2 different sources of tapping, some kind of message and a response.
Some Typhons do tend to communicate through, I guess, rhythmic tapping, but what did you say it was? What kind of tapping was it?
I show him the recorded tapping on the computer and then mention that the only thing I could determine was that it was almost certainly a communication similar to Morse code and that there were two sources.
Okay, well, something is communicating. It is not us, and I do not know Morse code.
It's definitely not.
But
I
I
know
can
Morse code.
confidently say it is very highly likely it is a Typhon.
Alright, then more likely than not, they know we're here and reading the message. We need to be ready
feel
for
like
an ambush.
They just don't know. They don't know exactly that we're here. They know where we are, how many of us there are, and I have the sneaking suspicion that they are just waiting.
I see. So if we find one, we need to make sure to cover the door and all other entrances.
Armon, can I try to, like, using my knowledge of Morse code, try to figure some sort of meaning out of what's coming?
Yeah, for sure. You know it's not like Cephian or Xen or any of that stuff.
Right.
And you can tell it's probably very simplistic as well as very old.
Okay. Judging from the rhythmic patterns and the use of complexity, it seems like it's a rather simplistic message, rather a simplistic language as well. I'm not able to... No, I can't... This is none like any Morse code variations amongst any alien civilization I've come in contact with in my time in the military. It seems rather archaic, as though this is... It's like very basic colon response, if that makes sense.
So what you're saying is that it's probably not any complex, like, commands or
no, it's
information.
It's likely statements and like affirmations in response. So like something along the lines of like food is found, and then saying like going to food, right? It's something very, very straightforward, not to derive much meaning from, other than just the basic necessities.
Typhons have existed for a very long time. They have existed probably since Pluto got colonized all those years ago. So it would make sense that their way of communication is very, very archaic.
Alright, let's finish clearing this room, and then
Indeed.
if I can hear the noise, they have to be close.
They could very well be above us.
Keep a lookout everywhere. No matter where we go, let's make sure we always have someone watching the rear.
Indeed.
Alright. Virgil, you watching the back. And...
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Breach!
Boom. More rubble. More blood.
Why are there
More cobwebs.
Why are there things on these desks?
Those are typewriters.
Yes.
Ah, I see. Oh, fuck, this is Caesar's classroom!
Yeah.
I
think this is some kind of really old typing system thing.
Yes, look.
Virgil, like, glances back, still looking around, kind of doing some math on it, on his fingers about, let's see, how those exactly, well.
What does the ceiling look
Does
like?
that blood look fresh?
You can see that that blood does not look fresh. No, it's very old blood.
We have a large room to our right and the remainder of the hallway. What should we check first?
Perhaps, I'm gonna go up to this window. Can I peer in and see anything in this?
Oh yeah, you look in, you see a piano and what looks to be probably some like a band room essentially.
I can't see the entirety of the room. It's still possible there might be enemies.
I am willing to go in and take a look. I do
You
have
had a
more of
drone,
a...
right?
We do. Well, we could
Deploy
use
the-
that, to be honest.
Deploy the
yeah.
drone. It's a lot easier to replace a drone than your skull.
Who is better with technology? Because I am not like
I
the
am.
greatest.
I am
That
good
would
with technology.
Probably be PA.
I as well.
Yeah, I will give you my drone.
Oh yeah,
Because,
wait,
like,
actually.
I've only used this a couple of times on like expeditions and whatnot on Typhon-infested planets.
I see. Alright, let's get this thing booted up.
All right, you hand over the drone, you power it on. You have the controls, and you start to pilot it upwards as the blades above start spinning rapidly.
I'm concerned about
It
the
makes a
noise.
very loud zzz.
I'm not sure about this one, boys.
They already know we're here, so we may as well just like I don't know, interfere with their communications.
You're the expert.
Alright.
Alright.
It is a recon drone, so it has a camera.
Alright.
Perhaps it could be a good distraction.
Move in.
Yeah. Sending it into the music room.
Alright. Some crushed chairs, a drum set in the back, blood, rubble, some trees and vines poking through the windows.
How high up is the ceiling, Armon?
I don't know, however tall the school ceiling is, like 10, 15 feet.
I'm gonna slowly walk in, just like there's nothing at all anywhere.
There's nothing in here.
Okay. I'm gonna grab one of these chairs,
Mm.
put it over here, climb on top of these shelves, and put my ear to the ceiling to see if I can hear any like scuttling or tapping.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
And while Dhonall's doing that, I'm gonna bring the drone back in and see if I can rig it to be a bit quieter.
Alright.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, so now you hop on top of those cabinets and put your ear to the ceiling. You start to hear slight sounds of scuttling.
It appears that they are whatever is with us is it sounds to be small enough to fit inside of the walls, but it appears to be a lot of them.
That's noticing. On the broad side, likely not typhons, right? Aren't they big?
Not all typhons are big.
Oh. Well.
Is this drone in any way modifiable? Maybe with some piano wire?
Yeah, you go try the piano. Yeah.
Let's go salvage a piano for parts.
I don't think you roll for extracting piano wire. Honestly, no. I'll make you roll for it.
Lucius sees a drum set, goes over, starts going the fuck off.
Lucius,
Crack all of them.
That like
alright.
Piet, as you go to grab this piano wire, you open up the thing and reach inside. And as you do, you feel something prick you.
Extract hand and inspect it.
You take out your hand and look at your finger, and you see that a little tiny point in your finger is now dripping with blood.
Does this medkit have any anti-venom in it? Well, actually, well, before I go to that, do I have like a flashlight or anything I can
As
shine?
you look at your hand, a large shape resides inside. The light shines on its pale skin as its eyes open.
We have contact.
Standing up inside of this piano,
Ooh.
a thing with 6 legs, each with a spiked and bloody end. A massive, bloated abdomen that seems to be slightly moving, stretched, filled with sticky, wet webs as some drips out slowly. The stretched and grotesque chest of the thing looks like a starved human torso, with ribs trying to break through the skin, and a red eye in the center of its chest. 2 arms extend long past the point they're supposed to, almost scraping the ground with long sharp blades emerging from its forearm, past the wicked claws on its hands. 2 more spiked appendages rise from its back, twitching and clawing at the air, hungry, as its 8 eyes shake with its jaw as it unlocks it, letting venom drip down onto the piano. As it stands to its full height, probably around 7 feet tall, as it starts to climb out of the piano, as its heavy frame smashes against the floor. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Whoa, that's
Gross.
a thing.
Hey guys,
Gross.
we have contact.
I'm gonna say because this Typhon jumped out and surprised you, Piet, it's gonna go first. This thing stands up. So now your head snaps over to look at what this thing is, and you know exactly what this thing is.
Run.
Run? Oh, okay.
Run.
Yeah, so
Where there is one, there are many.
Oh.
it's going to strike out at you, PA. The first attack you're able to dodge as you lean back just in time as the blade barely scrapes by your neck. It's gonna do a second attack, which is also gonna fail.
Okay.
As the slash knocks the weapon out of your hand, as it strikes your arm, tearing through it. As it finishes its attack, you all hear as it screeches a high-pitched scream that echoes across the school.
That's not good.
No.
as this thing exits out of the piano, as its several legs all try and attempt to stab your feet into the ground and prevent you from moving. That is the end of its turn. However, Lucius's turn, who is jamming on the drums.
It was like, oh shit, a spider.
A spider.
Oh fuck, a spider, mate. Oh shit.
I'm gonna call to Virgil and say, Virgil,
Yes?
is there anything at the doorway?
That's exactly what I was gonna check. Is there?
Yeah, you look,
No.
and you hear the sound of shattering glass. Another being crawls in from over there.
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm not done yet. Hear the sound of banging and bending metal as something hits what you presume to be school lockers. As further down the hall, this thing also pops out.
Yes, there do appear to be at least 2 more.
That's not good.
I should probably get into that room.
You should get into the room, hopefully barricade the door, and do not, and I repeat, do not get stabbed.
Noted.
Yeah, he kind of like shouts out, bit late.
I'm going to hope to assume that one is male.
How exactly do you tell if one is male or female, Dhonall?
You do not.
Okay, alright.
You have larvae coming out of your torso. You know that the one you killed was female.
Okay, right.
Good to note.
After the large screech comes another scream, although it seems not anywhere near as animalistic and a lot more like distressing.
Just like somebody just like screaming.
Yeah.
Oh. Can we get a general idea of what direction it's coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from back down the hall, probably in the auditorium.
Oh, I bet that somebody is
How
over
much
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say how much you want to bet we're gonna have to deal with like a bunch of larvae or whatever the fuck. Because what's his face decided, hey, let's drop him off on this planet. Let's assert dominance with a T-pose.
Yes, I'm going to shoot the spider that is. Oh boy, please, for the love of God, I have a +3 to this.
So Harvey does take some damage. He only takes 1 point of damage.
Nice.
Hey.
His armor, you see as it kind of sparks fly as the blade kind of strikes the armor, although it does pierce through it. But it did slow it down enough. It is going to be Virgil, your turn.
What's the range of the shotgun?
Please blast his ass to the past.
You fired shot, however, the pellets and bullets strike against this wall right next to the thing, as like just chunks of the wall just get blasted out.
Hey, nice
more rubble.
I see. Well,
Harvey goes ahead and shouts to everyone, "We probably shouldn't all run into one cornered room."
Yes, I think it would be best if we all just try to make our way out of the building.
well, we could go through. It's at the second-most room. We could go to the room right next to this and go out the window.
There are also windows just in this room that we could all just run out
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yes.
We do want to get out of this building as fast as possible.
Good idea. I like the
Bipedal
windows.
blade spiders thrive in closed environments.
I like the window idea.
Yes, quite.
But yeah, you guys once again hear that a scream once again, as well as the sound of a lot of skittering across the floor. Yeah, and the bipedal blade spider right here to make another attack against you, Joaquini boy.
Oh no.
This Typhon, its little legs goes and stabs his foot into the ground, preventing him from moving. And then another one goes and strikes out and hits him in the side, as another one goes and strikes him in his right thigh. PA, you are now broken, as it does 6 points of damage.
You gotta love being sent on a search and destroy mission with no armor and whatever random guns you can just pick up off the ground.
Actually, imagine.
Either way, I'm screaming in pain on the ground.
You feel something in your body start to move.
Oh.
Well, guys, P is dead.
And we don't have a med bay.
Dhonall, it might seem a little hard, but using your rifle, thread the needle and shoot it directly in its abdomen. It's bloated. It might do a lot of damage.
That is a good idea.
All right, and
there
then
are several ways to kill a blade spider. They are very weak, but they are numerous.
all right. So now I'm going to roll command, and then I'm gonna fucking go over here, grab a fucking the snare drum, and fucking throw it at the window. Everyone, as soon as you can, run over and escape out this window.
PA screams in acknowledgement.
I'm gonna make my way over where PA is at, and I'm going to aim right at the abdomen. Harvey, I'm going to need you to, if I hit this, take PA out. I'll try and handle this one.
Harvey nods, goes to go get ready to pick up PA.
Because you said one was in his foot, like anchoring him to the ground,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna just disarm that one.
Okay, awesome. You shoot off one of its legs as it stumbles a little bit. Here's the thing: Harvey's IQ, trash. Harvey's
Absolutely.
battle IQ,
Fantastic.
fantastic. Sorry, Dhonall. I think I've got a better idea. Goes and takes PA off of the bipedal blade spider and just does a swing around and tosses him to you, Dhonall. And then, as the bipedal blade spider turns to face him, shrieking in his face as it roars in pain, Harvey just simply says, "What? You make like a good spider and get crushed." And you guys see as Harvey's eyes under his visor go full red as he leans down, and you see as he kicks up some dirt as he activates his unique talent.
Oh.
As he and this bipedal blade spider go fucking flying across the room right here, as the bipedal blade spider is literally impaled by the horns in Harvey's helmet, as he turns to everyone else and says, "I'll hold him off here. Everyone get out."
You want their gun back?
I'm gonna run.
So there's a lot of attacks coming out of Harvey right now, okay?
Oh no.
Harvey charges this spider through the chest, pushing it back out through the door. And as it holds it there, prevents it from attacking him. And as the other spider comes up to go and try and attack him, Harvey lifts up his head, flinging this spider off over here, and then matching the bipedal blade spider, blow for blow with his power sledge, as he twists it and swings it in order to counter the blows.
Oh my god. Oh,
he
it's a
literally
bird counter as well.
Yes, exactly.
I'm glad he came with us.
Yeah.
Virgil, remember,
It's over.
we're dealing with a force unlike anything we've ever seen before. You might need to use your medical knowledge stemming from things more like the Typhons. Perhaps using methods like that of the Exen could be more beneficial in this situation. And I'm going to...
That makes sense.
I actually kind of like. I'll give you an extra dice just for that. I just kind of like that.
Let's go!
Yeah, that was a very good way of explaining of we're dealing with larva.
Let's go.
Since I'm using the med kit, do I get another 2?
Yeah, 5 extra dice.
That's 5.
Nice.
Plus 4.
Oh my god.
That's fixes PA for being broken. So PA, you are back up. Yeah, you regain 3 health.
Still, I am not dead.
Yeah, facts.
Because it's a critical success, I will say that with the help of Lucius, Virgil, you go in there, you pull out some detox, freaking alien liquid, as you remember your auxiliary classes of the other aliens as well, as you manage to hopefully cleanse PA of the larvae inside of him, especially with the low time that they were in his body.
They have been in there for, at this point, like a minute tops.
Yeah.
Honestly, a couple seconds.
If that really, yeah, it's honestly...
They came in from your finger.
So now I was kind of gonna look at PA and just go look at Virgil, and he's gonna be like, "Wow, that was a lot better than I thought you would handle it, to be honest." But
much appreciated, friend. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm glad we don't have to take the worst case scenario route.
Agreed. Virgil, like, since he's good at multitasking, was also preparing if fire had to be used.
Oh no.
Piet would have been A-okay with going up in flames if it means no one else gets infected.
Oh my god.
For the team.
The problem is if there are people in the auditorium, there are like, I would say
Dead.
like 40 larvae in each person.
Should we just run for it
I
then?
feel like
or
it's
should we try to
I
loop
would
around?
say it would be great if we could burn down the building.
Interesting plan, I like it.
Does anyone have any explosives or incendiary devices?
I wish. We're in a music room. If we had a janitorial closet or something, then yes. Unfortunately, no. I do not have anything
Yeah,
on me.
unless we want to go out and explore this school with how
It
many there
might
ever
just
are
be
out there.
best to run out the window at this point, my friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Come on, Piet, can you walk or do I need to carry you?
I think so. Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Which reminds me, did my gun just go off in some direction and is just gone now?
Actually,
You can. It's on the floor. It's like right here. You can go pick it up. Just I'll just say you grab it. It's fine.
Harvey, what do you say? Me and you, we decide to distract these suckers.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. It'll give whoever else is in here too time to escape or anything.
Yes.
All right, let's do it then.
Alright, I'm gonna take a normal shot at this one through the glass pane. Let's see, please. Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, that's
You-
good. That's good.
Okay, what gun is this?
this is the shotgun.
Oh, I see. So now you just pull the trigger as the entire like pane of glass shatters as this thing just freaking slides across the floor.
I'll do the critical injury and I'll increase the damage.
All right, it falls over on the ground, and moving his haft from now on. This spider begins to rush down the hallway as it jumps, as it goes to jump through the window that you just shattered. Right then, so now, when you see its form as it jumps midair, crumples and gets hit to the side, as you see a man step out.
Oh.
Oh!
Who, as this thing goes flying, cracks against the wall, walks forward, and just simply says, "Now there. What did I tell you about? No running in the halls."
Hmm.
He stands probably over 6 foot, a very solid frame, probably about his mid-30s, as he wields this spiked mace. It seems to be a lot of experience.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot this one.
Roll a ranged combat check. So, you deal 2 damage to this creature as just absolute pepper this thing in its chest. One of the pellets hits it right in its groin. Right in its little, I guess, slit sack? I don't know. You see it's like 2 little blade arms cover it right there.
If a spider can make that face.
You have given it a groin hit. It is stunned for 2 turns.
Wow. Why is that so good for a crotch shot?
Yeah. Next up is our boy Harvey. He's going to take his power sledge, hook it around the foot of this bipedal blade spider right here, and he's trying to swing it into the wall right next to him to his right. The spider splatters against the wall, getting some hefty damage done to it. Virgil.
All right, I have a proposal because I'm not the best with combat. If need be, I can stay by the window and make sure that it stays secure. So, you know, a spider doesn't crawl in from it. They're spiders. I'm fully expecting one is, like, above it.
This is a fair point.
This mysterious man here. He is going to swing his mace around in his hand, and then he's going to attempt to finish off this guy that's currently picking itself off the wall. As you see one of its legs kind of just crumple in a little bit as he aims for the weak spots on this thing. However, he swings up for one third and final one. However, he's overextended and slightly exhausted himself as the bipedal blade spider gets him in his upper thigh, doing some damage back to him. And that's going to be his turn. So now, watching
really
this
funny.
guy, yeah, he's not doing great. He knows what he's doing, still just not the most able fighter.
I see.
This one is stunned. This thing is going to move up to this guy, and this one's going to pick itself off the floor and straight around to face Harvey.
This type of blade spider goes to try and get a sneak attack on this man, but you see as he simply just sidesteps and then twirls the mace in his hand and brings it cracking the back of one of its legs, crippling it. And you see as it goes for an overhead swing, simply literally just goes this way and then goes back again and hits another one of its legs, really messing this thing up. Ye's turn.
Question, can I shoot past Harvey without shooting Harvey?
I will say yes.
In that case, I'm going to take an aim shot at this spider with an aim shot.
You take your pistol out and fire right past Harvey's right shoulder, and you see it just freaking clips this thing right in the head as it falls over dead.
Oh, well, fair enough, yeah.
You fire over Harvey's right shoulder, and then you turn and fire over his left shoulder, as this one also dies from a headshot.
Piet quietly to himself, that's for my goddamn leg.
Piet the secret Chad.
Secret Chad.
Don't fuck with Piet, alright?
Dhonall, make sure that when you're shooting, aim for the egg sac or the abdomen thing. They seem to be particularly prone to injuries there.
You got it, boss.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Can I shoot the spider from where I'm at?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna take an aim shot.
Okay.
So it would be a ranged combat plus an extra dice?
Plus 2 extra dice.
Okay, so it'd be ranged combat plus 7d6.
I see. And fire and just completely obliterate this thing against the wall. Splatter its guts and gore all over it.
Nice.
And with that, the scene seems to quiet down a bit. Well, hi there. Are y'all in a spot of trouble at all?
Oh, not anymore.
Well, I'm glad I could be of service. Say, my name's Malachi. I was one of the teachers here, and, well, been holding up in here for the past 2 years.
Sounds terrible.
It's had its up and downs.
Don't see any ups to having to deal with these the screams.
It was pretty quiet for a while until y'all showed up. By the way, y'all don't look like, usual survivor around here. What are you all doing here?
Well, and you hear Lucius speak up from the back. Hello, hi. My name is Lucius. These are my comrades and I. We are of a squadron called Ares Division. We were sent here on a mission for the Empire to come and rid this planet of any remaining typhons.
Oh.
Well, you seem to have found us in the act of doing so.
Well, I heard y'all before I saw you, but a good thing you're to help out. There are a lot of people here that need it.
Are there still survivors?
Oh, yes, there are quite a few.
My God.
I have my class to take care of, as well as I've seen other survivors about.
What have you been eating this whole time?
Well, sometimes lately we've had to go out and grab food from nearby stores and houses, but for a while we were able to survive off the cafeteria food. I'm sorry, do you mind if I come in? It's a little bit weird to be standing out here while...
Yes, of course. Please come in. It seems as though we may be safe for a short while. We can all rest at ease, at least for a moment.
Dhonall, you're team expert on these spiders, correct? Do you know if that one that led down the corridor will be back?
I want to say I doubt it. They were human as well, so I would hope that they would not want to come back after that.
I'm sorry, did you say these typhons were once human?
Very, very old humans.
I apologize. I have not been a lot of access to the outside world in a while. If you excuse me, just sorry about this. You see as he walks past Harvey, sits down in one of these chairs, extends out his leg that got stabbed, and you see as he starts to like squeeze out the larvae that have been injected into him.
Ooh.
As little maggot-like creatures kind of like slowly drip out.
Would you like some proper medical assistance with that?
Oh, I greatly appreciate it.
I'm gonna properly med him.
So, how long have you all been here?
Not very long.
A few hours at most.
It's been, what, a few hours? Yeah.
Well, this is quite the warm welcome.
Kay's gonna look over at the piano and just, like, wonder out loud, how did it fit in that piano?
Their skeletal biology is quite interesting. They can dislocate many of their joints and fit into very small areas.
Really? I'll have to keep an eye out for that then.
You should be fine. They're quite territorial, but they don't really extend too far out. Oh, thank you again. What is your name, Sephian?
Oh, my name is Virgil.
I see.
All right, you should be good. Or at least better than if you simply squeezed them out.
Oh, they come out if you squeeze hard enough. A lot of your blood does as well, but it's worth it. Better than the alternative.
Indeed.
He kind of wipes himself off and stands up again, testing out his leg. I mean, done a pretty nice job on patching up and all that, Virgil. Malachi looks around at all of you. What is your? I assume you're going to continue doing what you've been sent here to do.
Well, I believe what we were just doing was what we were sent here to do.
Yes.
The only problem is the auditorium and whatever is in there.
We've avoided that place, even a wide berth.
What exactly is the situation in the auditorium? A hive?
Yes, exactly. That is where they nest.
Dhonall, these particular species of titans, do they have a queen sort? Do they act like actual spiders?
It is kind of like a normal spider, but unlike normal spiders, they do group up like we've seen.
I see. So there's no worry about some sort of ultra super mega spider queen thing, right?
No, there shouldn't be.
Well, it's a very good thing that we ran into you, Malachi. Our initial plan was to, honestly, burn the building to the ground with the nest in it. But if you and survivors are taking, that does significantly change things.
Oh, jeez. Burn down the building. That's quite the extermination protocol.
Well, we have to be thorough with these things. I mean, I'm sure, as you are aware, the damage that these typhons are capable of.
You see, as you say that, his face goes completely blank, and he stares at you for way too long.
Right.
Yes, the damage they cause. As for your question about the queen and all that sorts, me and the other primogens all work together to be knowledgeable about the forces of the darkness. And, well, as we humans do, all must serve a higher being, one above all.
Can you take us to the rest of your group, by any chance?
He sees, he looks around at all of you, thinks about it for a moment, and says, "Yes, you all seem like quite nice people. I see no reason why not."
And rather, how many of there are you? Because, well, I'm not sure. Harvey?
Yes?
How far off mission protocol would it be to assist these survivors and possibly take them off world to the nearest safe planet?
Oh, well, you see, as Harvey thinks very hard for a moment. If our job is to exterminate all of the Typhons here, stripping them of potential breeding practices could aid in that mission.
And it's not like the ship isn't big enough, and we certainly have more room, given recent events.
Does Lucius say that like he's kind of like, okay, I didn't, I'm a bit annoyed.
A little bit.
Yes, those traitors, yeah.
Indeed. Malachi, I assume getting off-world is something that you and your people would be interested in, yes?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to ask them all how they feel about it, but if my class can be safe, then I'll do whatever needs to be done.
Very good.
Just to give a little bit more of context for my situation, I was a teacher here at the school. I taught various classes about religion and cultures of other planets and sometimes even other species, he says, gesturing to Virgil.
Yeah, then I'm sure your students then should be knowledgeable of the different cultural practices of a, very minimum, a nearby sector or planet of some sort, and at least until we can find you all a permanent place to call residence, wherever have you.
Yes, I think that should be good. That should be good.
Very well.
And begins to move, and you see he kind of just shoves this corpse off to the side.
Malachi, would you, I'm sure you're more familiar with the area, would you mind guiding?
Quite fine with me. I shall lead you to my students.
Fantastic.
It's, close by, just down the hall here.
Now, before we leave this area, is there anything we need to do with regards to disposal of these corpses, or are they fine to just...
I am going to dismantle them. Yeah.
Alright.
I do that, yeah?
Yeah, you do that. As you hear sounds of whatever is happening back there happening.
No one turns back, but there's like loud cracks and squishes.
You hear the sound of like a saw. Like something is definitely being sawn, but you can't tell what.
Somehow there's like a roar of a chainsaw.
You don't know what Dhonall is sawing with
exactly.
because one of you
What
has
is
his
he
knife.
hammering back there? What?
Yeah, the fucking cat, yelling and all that shit, like the pots and pans, they together.
You all come to this room right here, where Malachi takes out his keys, and you hear a little jangle as he has that teacher keychain. You see this.
Oh,
he's gone crazy.
Loco. Okay. Yeah, I suspected as much.
Insane in the membrane.
When you come in with no running in my hallways, you're
Yeah.
gonna be a little bit crazy.
You see as he goes to the head of the room and gestures around him and says, well, this is my class. You guys all looking into this room obviously see something very different to what he's seeing. The room is empty, as you can see. This dirty classroom looks like it was destroyed, but someone had put it back together. All around, the desks are covered in writing from past students that have long since abandoned this place. Slash marks from some kind of blade are strewn all over the walls and floors, accompanying blood splatters, indicating a gruesome scene. We are also going to come back to a scene shown earlier when this man was sounding off roll call. At the head of the room, in front of the board, is a strange man holding a book. Settle down, class. I'm almost done with taking roll. Janice? Alright, here. As he marks something off in his book. Hamza. Here as well. Rakesh? Absent. I thought he asked to go to the bathroom earlier, but I told him to be back by now. I'll mark him as present, but he better be here soon or I'll have to go find him. Cleo? Absent as well. I swear, if those two are in the bathroom together again, I'll have to speak to them.
Hey, Hamza, how about you go get some yourself? Then you can make fun of Rakesh all you want. Alright, back to business. Yasmin? Alright, here also. Well then, class, let's get today's lesson started. As he closes his book, and sounds of gunfire and fighting is heard in the background. You see as Malachi has a very troubled look on his face as he looks around again, very confused. He almost rushes down the halls, looking around, turning, and says, "Oh, well, that's quite strange. I could have sworn that my class was here and they were safe. Where did they go?" I apologize to all of you. It seems that I've lost track of my students.
It's quite all right.
Is it though?
And you're positive they were here?
Yes, I had just gone to the bathroom for a short moment to look for my absence, and then they came.
The Typhons?
Yes, there were so many of them. They were everywhere. I couldn't do anything.
Malachi, how long ago was this?
What year is it?
Is there a date on the whiteboard?
You guys look at the whiteboard and you see off in the corner lesson plan 11/28/200.
Oh, it was 5 years ago? Malachi, the year is 205 PR.
But that's not possible. They were all here. They were all safe.
My friend, you may want to sit down.
No. I couldn't possibly sit down at a moment like this. No, my students, they're out there. It's not safe for them.
They may well be, but if that's the case, then we need to search the rest of the building and continue with our mission, and perhaps we can even help you find where your students went.
It is my duty as a primogen of the Nine Icons Church and a teacher to these students. Make sure that they are returned to the families safely.
Then, my friend, so it shall be. But we very well can't do that while we're here, are we? We should keep moving.
They might be in the auditorium.
Clearing out the rest of the room. We did hear something in there earlier. Should we finish? We should probably finish clearing the rest of the rooms first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we tackle the nest last. We don't want to be stuck in there with...
Guys, I'll be real. The nest is totally going to be made of his students.
It absolutely is.
Absolutely
is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would have been even more fucked if you started calling the spiders by, like, the students' name?
Hamza!
No!
Hamza, no!
Stop running in the halls, Hamza.
Here's what I think would be more fucked is if for all the present students there was like a bone on the desk.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Yeah, he just had like the skulls of each student just on the desk. As we head out again, I'm gonna boot up the proximity sensor and see if what has changed after the last encounter.
There's a lot less activity, so yeah. And you do see an increased amount of activity over near the auditorium.
Nice.
See.
As the checking down these row of lockers over to the left here, you guys see various webs and let's just say bulbs and of webs.
Ooh.
Bulbs. Ah.
So now, what can you tell me about those web formations?
Do you want to know?
No, but I think we might need to know everything we can.
Yeah, that's definitely a person. Or what used to be a person.
I see.
Yes.
Do we need to open it?
They are most likely dead.
I figured.
Alright, I think that they already know we're here. I think fast and quick is the way to do this now.
I agree.
And with that, he walks forward and fucking kicks down this door.
Fair enough. Hey, that's a way.
Yes, it works.
I am going to immediately look for chemical supplies.
You know what, Joaquin? Add some chemicals. That would be in the science lab. Alright.
Is there a gas supply for a Bunsen burner or any other type of burner?
You know what? Sure.
These books have too many words. I like the ones with pictures. That's why I made my book a picture book.
You see as Malachi gives a wide berth to this room and completely ignores it.
Interesting.
Fair enough.
Hey, Armon. Can I use the bathroom?
You can check it out.
I have not pissed in 8 hours.
And you see the most rancid. If the plumbing still worked here, it wouldn't, due to the sheer size of the dump in that toilet right there.
Fucking rushy, dude. Fuck.
However, that one's perfectly clean. There's a little bit of blood leaking like underneath the stall doors, but you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Taking shit in worst places.
These Taco Bell do really be hitting different.
As you go to check that out, Harvey passes by and is like, Dhonall, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry, Commander, I took a piss.
Oh.
I had to go really bad.
Well, are you good? Did you finish?
Yes, I'm all good.
Did you finish?
Thank
So
you.
how's Malachi looking at the corpses?
Left of the corpses.
Of these, yeah. Of what's left of the corpses after Dhonall's experiments.
What Dhonall did was he basically dismembered everything, put it into this corner over here, and it's the equivalent of a censored mess.
Yeah, every time you look at the corpses, for some reason, it's like really blurry and there's like a mosaic over them.
How odd.
It's weird. I think it's something you do with your eyes, like maybe something in it, or
there's a couple colors that weren't supposed to be there that are there now.
Yeah.
Odd. Man, I wonder how they get. I wonder how they got orange in there.
Where's that green coming from? But to answer your question about Malachi, looks at them, doesn't really give him a second thought, really.
As Lucius goes to the bathroom again.
Lucius goes to the bathroom, and your guys' small footsteps echo throughout the hallways.
Lucius just waits until Dhonall leaves and then
Yo.
He's a shy pisser.
Yeah, to speed this along really quick, you guys check out this other room. It's a teacher's lounge down there.
Do any of you have water?
I have a flask that is filled with water.
I did not get to wash my hands.
I don't believe the power, the water still works here.
Does the teacher's lounge have hand sanitizer by any chance?
You know what? It does. Actually, you know what? Malachi pulls out some from his robes. And just produces them.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, there's quite a deadly virus going around recently.
Well, you know, everything that has
Sounds
its fair share of plagues, so, you know.
All that is left now is the auditorium.
Should we just smash in there and hope for the best, or should we risk sending the recon drone in?
And then the recon drone.
Maybe, sure.
You enter in, you see rows and rows of seats as kind of props are set up on it for some play that was never put on. As this room is completely covered in cobwebs and silk. And at the very end, you do see one of the Typhons seems to be tidying up one of its messes here, as well as another back here at the far back, large sack up against the wall that seems to be slightly moving still.
Looks like they are making babies.
What's the move here? I don't think it's spotted the drone yet, so we could theoretically go for a ambush.
You see, as you're speaking, 2 bipedal blaze spiders crawl in through the windows on either side.
Alright. There's 3 of them now. I'm gonna boot up the proximity sensor and see if I can... Virgil, can you help me run the camera feed and compare it to the signatures we're getting from the proximity sensor to see if these 3 are the only 3 we've got in the area?
I can attempt.
More.
You also sense another signal coming from back in the back right-hand corner that you have no visual on.
Okay.
Just for like, this is just a me request. Can you look up with the camera?
You look up?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah, look up.
As many times I have had to deal with spiders dropping on my head.
You look up at the ceiling and you see a couple sacks up there, but no spiders, no.
Good. This will be a lot easier than it used to be.
I'm just going to move the drone, like, up close to the ceiling to keep it away from the bipedal blaze spiders and just move it over to this corner, just so it's a bit less conspicuous.
I will say, this drone is very loud, and the bipedal blaze spiders have definitely seen it. They pay no attention to it, however.
Ah, I see.
They might just think it's a big bug.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like zzz, it's not quiet at all.
I see, fair enough.
Very loud mosquito.
Loud mosquito.
It's an irradiated, overgrown mosquito, okay? Oh, now, should I attempt... There's another bio sign over in the far right corner of the auditorium. Do you think the Typhons would notice if I move the drone over to see if we can get a look at that?
I don't think so. They may have once been human. They're kind of stupid. It's coming from me.
He's aware.
We're just gonna like peek in through this doorway and see what's in this little...
That's a door, and it takes a second, but you slowly nudge it open enough.
Alright, what's inside this room?
You see nothing on the ground or against the walls or anything. However, taking Dhonall's advice from earlier about the above things, you do see on the ceiling sleeping is another one.
There's another one in the... That's a total of 4. 2 amongst the seats, 1 on the stage, and a 4th on the roof, asleep, far right corner subroom. What should we do? Commander?
Well, obviously, we go in there and we shoot them.
Alright. I like this plan. May I suggest we attempt to, like, surprise them with an opening salvo from the doors and then move up from there?
He thinks about it for a moment, and then a moment longer.
Moment longer.
And then on one more moment, they're really thinking about it.
It's so many moments.
And he's finally done, and he says,
Yes, I think that'd be a good plan. You can separate into 2 teams, take either aisle, and then push forward there. If we wanted to, we could have someone with a long-range weapon keep an eye on the one in the back, providing overwatch as well.
See, does anyone have a weapon with a greater range than about 60 feet?
That rifle.
A long-range weapon, perhaps. The rifle would do.
Torium, it might be possible for us to send a group of 2 to go and flank from the right, hit him from 2 angles.
I'm gonna quickly pull up I'm gonna turn the drone and just like look for the 2 doors, mark them down on the position.
I can do Overwatch if it be.
I would like to go into the courtyard.
see as Malachi is just kind of like, he's been like silent this entire time, just kind of staring at like the blood spots like right in front of the door here.
My guy isn't even here right now.
He's on a whole different planet. He's not
on
bro. He's in a different
My
time.
guy's just off completely somewhere else.
Homeboy's still in the past.
Yes, I think it's time we give these monsters what they deserve. A good spanking.
I don't know if we should do it like that.
Did you think your
That sounds a little...
Virgil does a thing where, like, the face, the side of his face that's facing Malachi doesn't react much, but, like, the eye that Lucius can see just kind of cringes a little.
I would like to say I would also never harm any of my students. I do not believe in corporal punishment. Just so we're all on the same page.
I don't think that was the issue.
Flagellation is the only way forward. Onwards.
Oh my.
Dhonall, do you mind if I ram your drone into a bipedal bladder?
If you need to, you can. Yeah, that's fine. I have many of them.
Okay, good.
I've
In
gone
that case,
through a few
I'm gonna
myself.
prepare it to ram straight into this one as we break in.
Oh. Virgil, if you just want to do a whole round of healing real quick,
Yeah.
please do so.
I will do yours first. Yo.
Oh my god, why are you so good at it? Why are you so good?
Oh my god.
Are you just the healer of the
Did I bother rolling more dice because of the health action?
Yeah, you can do more health. You know what? Because of the critical success, everyone gets that 3. Whoever needs it. So, you know. I'm gonna need a group infiltration check.
Oh no.
No, you all succeed. No one else needs to roll. No one else needs to roll.
Okay. So if I were to go up to this bipedal blade spider right here with my shotgun,
Yes.
how much would I get?
+3 plus your bonus.
Okay, so +5. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
And then this will be a round before any of them even realize what's going on.
Nice.
Ooh. Alright, in that case, PA is going to head up to here. And let's check the range. Okay, that one's in range. They'll probably take aim at this one farther down this way.
I could kiss this thing right now.
We're gonna roll initiative now, just so we can get an order of who wants to go first.
Okay. As we're moving our way forward, I'm going to look over to Dhonall. Using military hand signals, basically tell him to, point blank execute this spider dude.
Now?
He gives you a thumbs up.
2 extra dice.
+9. Oh boy. +11.
Okay, that's a critical. Yeah. You can choose to give critical injury, increased damage, disarmament, and technically suppressing fire. You know.
So we'll do the crit injury, because if I get another crotch shot, oh my god, it's
Alright, yeah, then fair enough. Go for
Apparently. As an explosion of just gunpowder and smoke and just hot lead shoots out of your shotgun right into the back of this thing's skull. As it rockets forward over the seat in front of it and slumps to the ground, unconscious. You don't know what exactly you hit, but you know it's bleeding profusely, and out of character, I can tell you, you just severed its aorta.
Bro, I was about to say.
Oh!
It has 1 minute to live.
Oh my fucking god, Rohan.
I'm going to take an aimed shot at the far spider here.
Okay. Yeah, you... Bah, bah, bah. One of the bullets hits its abdomen in the back, and it starts leaking silk onto the floor as it screeches and turns to face you. Next up, it's going to be our boy Harvey. With his power sledge, see that this thing's asleep, and then just go for the widest swing up with a baseball bat ever. Damn. Next up is you, Virgil.
Me. I have gun that shoot. I'm fucking terrible at it, but I have it.
It is so you shoot it right its side after it spun around to face PA, and then because it did that, you shot it right in its shoulder as you hear a loud pop as it dislocates it. As it is now stunned for 1 turn and has a -3 to force melee combat.
Damn.
So if anyone wants to smack it, it's gonna lose.
Damn, we got surprise, and then that guy got stunned.
Yes. Yeah.
Having a good time.
Yeah. Next up is going to be our boy Malachi. He's gonna walk up a little bit more to this thing, and then go ahead and throw an attack with his mace, as one of its appendages is snapped in half by the mace.
Yeah, I look over to Virgil and I say, Virgil, execute order. Nope, sucks.
Well, the command was too specific, and the Cephian language doesn't come naturally. It didn't translate well.
All right, so the Cephian language I actually have down. It's a lot simpler, so it takes a lot fewer sounds to convey complex things.
Oh yeah.
So you were just like, no, yes, hit it, and then you said something about like, I don't know, how apples are your favorite food or something.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know, got
mistranslated
really
completely.
confusing.
I said one too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Well, that's what I get for trying to speak
Something about
Sephian.
banana pudding.
I actually have down as a thing, and this is just a funny flavor thing, of since I'm using a translator, whenever I'm speaking into it, I more often than not, finish what I'm saying far before the translator has caught up.
Yeah.
Virgil just gives a look that says, I'm glad you're trying.
I hide behind cover like a bitch. So.
Alright, well, I'm gonna shoot this one.
Alright, roll to hit. This thing's been getting fucked up. No, stop. Leave it alone.
Yo, we're gonna finish this
my
before
favorite
they
one,
can do
Beaker.
anything.
Oh,
Stop it, he's already
Okay.
dead.
So critical success.
Nice.
That's first.
Good shit.
What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna take more damage.
Okay, well, it's dead. So,
Yeah.
so what happens to this thing is it gets shot once in its ass, again in its chest. It spins around, then gets shotgunned from the side, dislocating one of its shoulders. Then gets shotgunned again from a different angle by someone else, and it just freaking hits this wall and collapses.
Honestly, fair enough.
So sad.
Damn, guys, us four make a pretty good team, and literally no one else.
Yeah.
And no one else who's supposed to be
Alright,
here.
that's my turn.
So I'm gonna take a quick shot.
Okay.
Can I lean my gun against the chair again?
Yeah. Once again, you're just like rapid, and this is a quick shot too. So you're just like rapid firing at this thing. Go past these seats, hopping over them, and all that as you slide up and put your pistol on the back of this chair. As this thing's now being attacked from two angles, it is going to attack our poor boy Malachi.
Oh no, the crazy guy.
Oh no, not him. Don't kill
Oh
him.
no, not the crazy homeless guy.
Don't kill the crazy homeless guy. Oh no.
Guys, why are you like this?
Oh.
Well, he only gets one time. He only hits one time,
Hey.
and in fact, he counterattacks the second time.
Good shit.
So, RV. Okay. He also only gets hit once. Let's see. Wait, let's roll that armor real quick. Okay. He takes no damage.
Oh.
Cool. So the first attack, he swung with his heavy hammer, misses, opens himself up for an attack. Blade Spider takes advantage of that, sticks him real fast into his armor, but after that, ding, bounces right off, taking that opportunity where the Blade Spider is kind of surprised that his attack didn't pierce. He also counters attacks with the Power Sledge, breaks off one of its arms, and then for the last attack, one of its other, other appendage that hasn't attacked yet, goes and strikes, and he just blocks it with that sledgehammer. Harvey Good picks up the bipedal Blade Spider with the back of his sledgehammer and just power tosses it up into the ceiling, where it crashes into the ceiling, taking damage, and then falls back down onto the ground, dead.
Wow.
What the fuck? Harvey, Jesus.
Hey yo, maybe these Typhons ain't shit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Virgil, it's not your turn.
Yo, me? I'm gonna climb over these seats over to this way. Look at that, I can get it now. Time to do a shooty shoot.
You fire. You were being very careful not to hit Malachi with the shotgun blast.
Yeah, that's why I moved over here.
Yeah. So your aim's a little bit off, but like the last two like pellets are able to hit in his abdomen, and you manage to inflict some damage on it as it skids over here. It's looking bad. It's like appendages are broken and like hanging, and it's looking around at all of you guys as freaking Harvey steps out with blood all over his power sledge, and you guys all start advancing. Speaking of which, it's Malachi's turn now. It like succeeded against two of those attacks. However, it's at 1 health. And so with that one hit, Malachi twirls the spiked mace in his hand and just simply says, "It's time to send you back to whatever hole you crawled out of, Dark One." As he just smacks it on its head, caving its skull in as its like head is now malformed. Its mandibles are like crunched in on itself, and dies. Falls over dead. And with that, we are now going to exit combat.
Yo.
With you all victorious, and did anyone take any damage?
No.
No.
All right then.
Little
Other than maybe Malachi. Actually, Malachi got hit once.
a little party sound goes off.
And you're even down a person.
Malachi could use some medical assistance with the grubs, I think, and that's about it.
Oh, he starts squeezing. He's squeezing, all right.
The fuck is this dude?
That was not too bad.
That sack back there that was kind of bulging a little bit. Yeah, there's a guy in there.
Yeah.
You see she's wrapped up a lot, but her head is still exposed, so she's just kind of like in a burrito of spider silk. Comfy. Easy to be digested in. Her mouth is covered right now, and only her eyes are like seen. So she's just looking at all of you. It's like darting back and forth, very afraid of whoever the hell you guys are.
Lucius is gonna fucking come up and using the sword, and I'm going to say, "All right, now hold very still. I'm going to try to get you out of here."
So roll a melee combat check to try and not stab her. You cut the poor man free. He is unconscious right now. His skin is very pale. You can see his skin is very like tight over his bones.
Yeah, I was gonna see if these guys need any medical attention at all.
Sure that they don't die on you in the next few seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucius, pass the knife.
Pass the large knife.
No, that's...
Pass the butter. Pass the butter knife.
Pass the large, sharp butter knife.
I use it on my bread in the morning.
Sometimes it has extra salt.
Dhonall doing that. I can totally see Dhonall just like in the mess hall with a sword cutting his bread.
He does.
So Dhonall, you take the sword and cut away at the woman's constraints. As she is able to fully breathe, as she pants for a little bit, Malachi checks on her and says, "Oh, are you okay? It's all right now. Yeah, these men are here to help you." And you see, as she looks around at all of you, we have guy in full military garb, alien, PA, Plutonian, and Harvey. Who is Harvey?
A friend.
A friend.
Into Harvey in full armor.
Blood stained on his horn.
Yes.
He's friend shaped.
She stops for a moment and says, "Mr. Malachi?"
Oh no.
No.
Is that really you? You see this Malachi just kind of like, he blinks for a moment and just says, "Cleo? Oh my word! It's really you. You've grown over the past few years. I hardly recognized you." And you see, she looks around at all of you once again. Who are all of you?
I'm just gonna look over at Lucius, or actually, no, I'm gonna look over at Harvey, as Harvey is our current mission commander.
We are Ares Division. We were sent here to cleanse this area of typhons, and decided to stop by and help you and anyone else we could find out.
Looks around, and then she sees that Lucius, you over there with the man, and you see as she gets up, kind of crawls out of the silk snuggie, and rushes over to him. Is he okay?
He'll live.
Oh no! Oh.
Here, let me. Here, let me rephrase. He will likely be okay.
Oh God. Well, thank you. I didn't know that you were helping us now.
Yes, it's sometimes a surprise to people.
It's still a surprise to me.
What? Thank you. Rakesh had gone to go look for supplies at the old school, but he didn't come back, and I got worried. And then, well, it seems I didn't fare too much better anyway, either.
Wait, so how long have you guys really just been surviving here for the past...
Yeah, we didn't really have a choice. It was either that or, you know. She looks at the cocoons on the ground.
Ooh.
How many of you are there?
It's just us. We were with some others a while ago, but it didn't work out.
I see. Well...
Hey, how many people did we kick off of the ship?
No,
it was 3, right?
It was like most of everyone.
It was most of our crew.
It was about
Oh.
10 people.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
the majority of our crew.
We definitely have room.
So are you trying to get a job?
We do need some crew members. Our captain can be a little bit iffy at times, but
But
the
we get full
benefits are
dental.
really good.
Full dental.
She's worried about him right now. Malachi, meanwhile, is having a crisis.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Can I examine this green goo with a science check?
That green goo is a prop for a bush, for a theater play. Well, I don't mean to ruin the moment, but there might be more coming in here, and we've got to get these civilians out.
Good idea.
Yes, I do believe that
slip
would
us
be
the time
in
arrives,
the best
dude.
interest. It might be good for us to now rally backwards to the ship and then after perhaps make our way to the shrine.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. We both do.
Of course,
It's been really hard.
I'm sure. And I'm terribly sorry, but yes, we must get a move on. Dhonall, Harvey, one of you come take this man's body and let's keep going.
Alrighty.
And Dhonall, there's no need to dispose of the corpses this time. Thanks.
It never hurts to be safe in this kind of
I'll light the
scenario.
school on fire. Does that make you happier? Does that count as efficient disposal?
Please don't set my school on
Fair
fire.
enough.
So I
Alright, we
should
won't
dispose
dispose of the
corpses.
bodies.
Virgil
Perhaps,
kind of-
yes.
Harvey, if you will take this poor man, I have some cleaning up to do.
No.
Virgil kind of turns to Dhonall and is like, out of curiosity, what does your cleaning up accomplish?
They do not exist anymore, effectively.
I'm going to
Harvey just jumps off the stage.
I'm going to assume that is safe.
Right now they are dead. They cannot be used if they are
I'm
dismantled.
terribly sorry. I don't believe any of us asked your name. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Cleo.
Cleo, great. And the man you were with?
Rakesh.
Rakesh, hey, my man. All right, cool, fantastic, great. Well, come on, we will get you and Rakesh safety.
Virgil lightly directs them to not take the way that Dhonall is with the corpse.
Yeah, they see that and they're like, okay,
doing
we're gonna go
some
this way. We're gonna go a
freaky,
long way,
freaky
actually.
things, right?
Yeah.
Dhonall's gauntlets are currently completely red.
Oh no,
No,
you guys need to get there before he gets to the corpse.
Oh no.
I'm curious. What exactly do you do to these?
Would you like to watch?
Against my better judgment.
Is Piet about
Okey-dokey.
to roll against being traumatized?
Alright, so Piet, you take 2 mind points of damage, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever happens.
You see Dhonall committing several crimes against human morals.
Enough. Dead is dead.
If this was done against a person, this would be like he would be put in jail for multiple
He would be put in
lifespans.
the loony bin.
It would be like 8 straight jackets put on this man in a
Oh,
package.
absolutely.
Okay, we're all done with that.
Oh, that's nice. That's.
Oh wait, I forgot too, but
As Virgil and Lucius are the slow ones getting out.
Yeah, they get to walk past the remnant.
It's better than walking past them while he's doing it.
Facts.
You guys open up the doors to leave as you
the
finally
destination is far better than the journey.
exit this hellish
Get the
place.
fuck out of this school.
We did it.
Get the.
Yay!
It's time. We are leaving middle school.
All right, good
We
session,
graduate.
everyone.
Why am I?
All right,
what,
awesome, cool, great session, guys.
what the hell is my?
Yeah.
You guys are leaving the school. Harvey gets a little call on his holopad. And as he goes to answer, there's a lot of yelling and loud sounds coming from his earpiece as he gets very, very frantic and worried as he... Yes, Captain? Oh, what? I'm sorry. Are you sure? No, of course. All right, we're on our way. And you see as he turns the holopad off, and he turns to you all as a group and says, "The captain has just asked for Virgil's help."
What?
Oh,
Back at the ship.
Impossible.
Virgil gets an actual
Early
emotion on his face that is notable, which is just what?
Oh,
has
well,
somebody killed and replaced the captain?
the secret Typhon's shapeshifters have taken over the captain's place.
I am the captain now.
The Typhon
No.
shapeshifters have taken over, but because because of their actions, they're like a bit less bad than the captain. Because he's a terrible.
The Typhons have taken over and pronounced Archie as their king.
Oh, whatever happened while you guys were gone? Refer got some new drip. Here's what he looks like now.
Drippy.
Yeah.
There.
Or raided a clothing store on his way through.
Very drippy.
As did Eleanor as well.
Hey.
Yo, they both got drip.
Mhm.
Wow.
Eleanor got beefed the fuck
Oh,
up.
she's been beefy, right? That's.
We stay beefy.
She's gotten beefier.
As you guys enter in to the hangar, you see that Scott, one of the last remaining crew members who didn't abandon ship and instead went with the other group, is laid out on the floor with blood pooling around him.
Ooh. You know, in hindsight, we probably should have made sure that there were medically trained people on both teams, huh?
Shit happens, you know. Anyways.
Live and learn, or someone
So I
else
imagine
dies.
as soon as we get in here, we just see him
Either way.
like there, sprawled on the floor, fucking looking like he's dying.
So, as you guys enter, you see that Scott is just sprawled on the floor and seems to be almost butchered. As his body is cut up real bad. As the captain is standing there just looking down, as Nathaniel and Eleanor both look off, very looking as if they've just come back from something terrible.
Oh no. Fucking.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn, that is crazy.
And you do see your old friend Archie here as well, standing alongside, looking very similarly.
Virgil, you may want to move in and provide medical assistance.
I'm commanding you to do so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I should probably help.
GG shit.
As you guys approach, Captain Raffer just waves his hand and says, "It's too late."
Oh.
So now I command you to remove the body.
Did I hear a removal?
Dhonall just fucking chucks him out
No,
the
he
fucking
does it
door.
so much worse than that. What happened?
You removed half of him.
The captain just gives like a really harsh and like full of hatred at Eleanor and just says, "Why don't you ask her? I'm done with this." You see as he goes and walks off into the ship. Eleanor is stood there as tears stream down her face as she's sobbing, as her shoulders are shaking up and down. And you just see her muttering, just, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Miss Eleanor, what happened?
Turns away from you and walks off over to here.
Eleanor.
I'd explain what happened, but
Archie, can you tell us what happened?
Maybe he's like,
Daniel, do you know what happened?
I was not around for the specifics, but from what I understand, Miss Eleanor and Scott were clearing out part of the wild, and, well, something happened, and got here. Got caught up.
Poor lad.
Hmm.
It's a good man, that Scott.
I believe it may have been the direct consequence of something Eleanor had done.
Can I inspect the body?
Yes, you can.
What were these? So he was mangled?
Essentially. What you can tell, using your knowledge of typhons and all that, is that it was not a bipedal blade spider. The cuts aren't the same. Whatever it was probably more of the mechanical type of typhons. And his body looks as if it's gone through
A meat grinder?
more like a meat chopper-upper machine.
Ah. So he got a taste of Dhonall's disassembly ritual.
Yeah.
Ah.
Is that Scott died in almost the exact same place that Quinn did.
Yeah, I did notice that when we were walking in.
So, why don't we just not stand there?
Yeah, can we just cordon off this entire little area around this?
It's
terminal
5 by
as-
5 square.
That's the unlucky square.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to here. Thanks.
Our ship becomes superstitious whenever someone new comes on. They start the introduction by like almost walking over the square, and then someone says, "Don't step there. Don't step there." It's bad luck."
The entire ship's crew just yells at them like, "Do not, under any circumstance, stop! You're breaking the law."
Lucius, you go over to Eleanor, where she's sitting there. She's sobbing right now.
I walk up to her and I say, "Are you all?"
Hurley wipes away the tears that are on her face. It was my fault that he got hurt.
Look, I know Scott passed, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm sure there's much more to it than that. Eleanor, it's okay. You were part of this team. I know we don't know each other very well, but do you need to talk or go somewhere, or do you?
It's not like we have anyone on board that I can talk to.
Well, I mean, there is always Virgil. He is a professional in these types of things, but you prefer someone with not tentacles. All of us are here for you. I'm here for you, if you would like it.
You see, she takes a deep breath and says, "Thank you. I have to apologize to you."
For what?
Ever since the thing with Nathaniel, I was afraid of you. I thought you were really scary, but
I'm complicated, but you have nothing to fear from me. I promise.
You see, she nods and continues to wipe away the tears still falling from her eyes.
Would you like a hug?
Silently just nods her head really fast.
It's all right. Come here. When I step over, give her a hug, she pops my back in ways I didn't know it could be popped. I say, "Oh my god!"
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No. It's quite all right. It's quite all right. No, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like,
wow, you're really bony.
Yes. No, Yes. Ooh. Wow. Do I need to work out more? Is this my calling? Is this what? Is this a sign?
You know what? Me and some of the others were going to work out as well. If you want to join us.
I actually have this regiment that I do. I just haven't.
It's clearly not working.
Okay. Well.
After Lucius and Virgil workout buddies.
Touche. Maybe. Maybe I should work out with you. But seriously though, if you need to talk about what happened, you're okay. You're safe here.
It's. Thank you, Lucius. Really.
Yeah. Why don't we go get you a mug of tea? Yes. Something to sip on to relax.
That might be good. It's crazy how that's the second time someone's died in that exact same spot.
Yes, it seems rather morbidly coincidental. I think we might do good if we X off that part of the ship.
You see as Malachi steps forward and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but see what's going on here. You all seem to be very scared of this spot. Is there any reason why?"
Just the second time somebody has died there.
In 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yes, in about 2 weeks. I think it may be cursed.
Well, that's... Jeez, that's... You know, I don't believe in coincidences. Everything in the horizon happens for a reason. If you'd like, I could try and uncurse the spots, if it would all make you feel a little bit safer.
I would appreciate that, yes.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try.
Could you also... Okay, I'm sorry, but are you some kind of, like, clergyman, or... Why, yes, I am a primogen of the Nine Icons Church. Then, could you... This might be crazy, but... back at home, we always believed that you could speak to those who had shortly passed away. You think you could let me apologize to Scott? Well, I don't see why not. I can certainly try and commune with the recently departed.
I'm sorry? What?
Virgil is having a similar, really?
What? Are you, are you serious? This is something...
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things, but this one's pushing.
I understand that it can be quite unusual, but us at the Nine Icons Church have uncovered quite a lot over the last few centuries.
Well, in that case, well, I would say, Malachi, we would greatly appreciate it if you could uncurse that spot, but I'm sure we could probably just leave Scott to rest. I'm not sure how exactly protocols on the ship work with communing with the dead. I'll have to check the manual on that one, I'm afraid.
Virgil kind
bureaucracies and whatnot. You understand.
Virgil kind of taps their chin and
Chin question
mark, and just goes, I doubt that there would be any specific rules about that.
Well, it's a mighty big handbook. Yeah, I'm in the religious...
Do not fear, Lucius. The Nine Icons Church is above the Empire. After all, the Icons reign above all.
Right, of course. Yes, no, of course. Praise be the Icons, of course. But it's really just a matter of paperwork and
There's no paperwork needed at all here. Let me
No, that's quite right. That's quite right. That's quite right. No, it's fine. That's all right.
Malachi begins to commune.
No, that's quite all right. I actually just remembered we have a staff meeting in 15 minutes, everyone. Wow, that is
guys,
crazy.
Lucius afraid of ghosts?
Wait,
Chinky.
Yes, no, wow, we have a...
Okay, real quick, by the way, And as appreciation of you, Virgil, Eleanor's gonna hide behind you, but she's gonna get closer in the conversation. So she doesn't have to look at
Yeah.
Scott. But Malachi does begin to chant and do hand signs, most of which are geometrical in like their patterns. As he begins to go, what is the name of the first person who passed
Lucius
here?
is just going to say, nope, I'm not being responsible for this one. I have too much responsibility on this ship.
I believe his name was Quinn.
Oh, Quinn. And he begins that shit and Quinn, right?
Shut the fuck up!
Lucius like half faces the wall.
Lucius has left the building.
With those who have recently passed, please show themselves to us, so that we may have a final word with them. He sees y'all wait for a moment, and then a moment more, and then another moment, and then you begin to hear. Where am I?
Nope, fuck that.
Shit.
You are back with the Ares division. We are here to have a word with you. Is this Quinn? Yeah, it is. I'm not sure who exactly this is, but y'all better not have been fucking up my ship, alright? We promise we definitely didn't mess up your ship in any way.
Archie not drop the ship at all.
No damages to the ship. Nuh-uh, none whatsoever.
And I totally didn't steal your job, trust me.
In response to you, Dhonall, saying, "Oh, Archie's there? Oh, that's great. How's the kid doing?"
I sure am doing.
Oh, Archie, I'm glad you're around. You're taking good care of the ship, right?
Yes, sir. No crashes or anything like that, of course. I'm the best pilot in the world. The best pilot in the galaxy.
You say that, but you were really bad at that arcade game.
Listen, hey. That was a fluke.
There.
You also lost at that other arcade game. Like, I beat you. Really bad.
Double fluke. I did. Hey, I got the toy. I got the fucking claw machine. All right, that was impressive.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm not arguing with a ghost, right?
Wait, ghost? I'm not a ghost.
No, hey, never mind.
Dumbass.
And you okay?
I mean, I'm not.
Listen, kid. All right, you said that you didn't mess up the ship, but I can feel that the ship. I can see that parts of it are broken.
No, that's just we're ruffians, vandals, broke in.
As you start to try and
ransacked us,
like put off the blame on someone else, you guys all hear another voice speak up. Error. There seems to be a foreign body in the ship's systems.
that
Who
would be.
the hell was that Helena?
Maybe. Hold on. Helena, could you give us more ID on this unknown?
It seems that a unfamiliar piece of code has entered the ship.
Oh no.
Code.
It is very similar to myself as an AI.
Oh no.
Hey, can we check the guys who just came in? Do they have anything on them? Quick.
You look over at Harvey, and Harvey's like,
Lucius?
"These guys barely have clothes."
That's fair.
They may as well be nude.
When did this enter?
This foreign entity entered approximately 2 minutes and 26 seconds ago.
Hey, when did Malachi start doing the thing?
2 minutes and 30 seconds ago.
Wait, is Archie aware of the robo spiders?
I'm sorry.
Exist like
no,
existing?
he's not. No.
Okay. Did you guys bring anything on you? Check yourselves if anything got in.
Anything that we brought was organic in nature, unless you expect high.
The only thing I brought
I mean, if anything, like grabbed onto you.
if there was military grade hacking software in a school building, I would be very surprised.
Like a little anything, like a drone of some kind, or I don't know.
I have a drone.
Listen, kid, I'm not sure what you're freaking out about, but I'm seeing a lot of weird stuff over here. I'm not sure if this is the afterlife, but there's a lot of computers.
Oh, so it's just him.
Oh, it's him. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what?
I think that makes
Wait,
sense.
what?
She said it's something very similar to herself as an AI.
Oh, so he's just become like machine consciousness now.
I'm sorry, what?
How do I explain this in a way that makes sense?
I think you died, Quinn, and he is using
that's a little okay. Maybe that's a little bit.
Spirit magic
right
to
now.
bring you back.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! This is bad. This is.
Wait, you are no longer alive, and this man. Wait, no, listen. This man here. I point like gesture, like vaguely to the Malachi.
My vision is now very pixelated.
No, okay. This man came and
Where's my dick? Where?
You don't need it. No, not a dick. No. So you've been resummoned back, and you are now in the ship's consciousness of some kind, or you're one with the ship.
Quinn, do they take your clothes in the afterlife?
No.
Important question.
Oh,
I mean, I was closest to him.
I have none of my drip. It's all gone.
Oh no, they take your clothes in the afterlife.
It's all gone. My entire body is gone. Oh, I think I see Helena. Oh, I see. Interesting. Did not see that one coming.
What?
You may want to open up some memory space on memory disk 69.
Helena, can you see
How does
Quinn?
computer have memory?
I
don't have a brain.
You see as Helena kind of glitches out a little bit and says, I can detect a other being besides myself. It looks very similar to ex-crewmate Quinn Farter.
His last name was Farter?
No, it's with a D. It's Farder.
Virgil has a look that
Sounds a
basically
lot
just says
like Farter.
he half doesn't believe that this is even happening. I'm like, really? This is... Huh?
Malachi speaks and he says, I'm not sure if I meant to do this. I did not mean for this to happen exactly. We were looking for a Scot. Is a Scot there?
Okay, wait, sir. Do we need to summon more Force Ghosts into this?
Yes. More ghosts means more science.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I did that.
What if he's just like...
I'm sorry, just him saying it like a formal way. I'm gonna be real.
It's all fun and games. Till the priest goes, I'm gonna be real.
There was supposed to be like a weird like beep or boop from the ship, and you were supposed to think it was the soul of the deceased.
Wait, so you were actively deceiving us?
Yes. If it
appreciate
would have
your
brought
honesty.
peace to you, I think deceit would have been worth it. Yes.
Virgil kind of like thinks for a moment and then just goes, I can see the logic.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
I
nods
do
in
appreciate
agreement.
your honesty.
Yes. You're
I
welcome.
believe you brought back a ghost. This is so cool.
I'm not a ghost.
okay,
I'm not
well-
dead. I'm still alive, I think.
But you got blown up.
Wait, I got blown up?
Yes.
Okay, I think we should
Right here,
avoid
where
talking
Scott is.
about
All right,
these
Dhonall. How about you and I go to the armory and we'll take a look at your
Virgil
guns,
starts
alright?
both blocking
nice.
the body from Eleanor's view, as well as looking at the computer that shocked shocked him a bit ago, and
Yeah.
just like looking around. I wonder if it has to do with being shocked.
That might have something to do with it.
Well, thoughts are just electrical signals in the brain.
And I can't give details right now, but something really weird happened to me in the past, which may have also made this possible.
Do elaborate.
You can't tell us because your memory is faulty, or you can't tell us because it's classified?
It has to do with the Yormonks.
Sorry.
So classified.
No, it wasn't. This is my first time working for the military. It was more of a personal venture.
Do tell.
I was trying to go fast.
Oh, I see.
He gets it.
Did you go? You went through a worm. You went through one of the unstable wormholes.
Yes, you could call it that.
Or did you interact with a Yormund itself?
It was a bit of both, and it may not have been just like the normal Yormungs.
Did you speak with the Jormungandir?
Yes, we'll just go along with what you were saying. PA, yeah. Oh god, I have access to so many files now. Oh, yeah.
I'd really rather you didn't make those sounds, man.
Some of you are really gross.
Did you look at Dhonall's file? Because I watched him dispose of a body earlier.
I'm processing.
The only thing in my files are English textbooks, and I don't know how they got there.
Reminder, I sent those.
It was me.
Oh, thank you.
It was me. Hello.
You are at a elementary school level of intelligence.
Helena, you don't gotta do that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Much more.
I will attempt to correct this error in my processing.
Virgil just turns to Eleanor and says, well, it seems that if you wish to go, it seems that all of this is taken care of.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna leave.
Yes.
Although I don't think I can leave Quinn, because I think he's in the ship. Oh my god, can he see me when I take a shower now?
Are there not rules against having cameras in your laboratories?
Well, only the ship AI is supposed to have access to those.
But they still exist.
Not a
Listen,
40-year-old
buddy, we're
man.
just working on the honor system, man. You just gotta, please.
I will see what I can do about turning off those cameras.
Listen, you're a good man, all right? I don't think you're gonna be.
Yeah.
There's always the shaving cream option. Just spray some on the camera.
Oh, that's true. I could do that. Alright. Thanks, PA. I'll borrow some of your shaving cream.
Fair enough.
Virgil stops, like, I don't know, standing in a way that is specifically to block someone's vision. And says, I'm going to find Lucius to tell him that there was not any ghost summoning.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can probably explain it better than anyone else.
You hear what sounds like ghost sounds from the intercoms that Quinn has been speaking through you all through.
Lucius is freaking out in the calf.
I'd be mad.
Please do that. Please play those noises at 3 a.m. ship time in Lucius's room.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna find Lucius for that.
I'm looking for a tarp so that we can respectfully cover Scott's body.
Yes. Yes.
I'm confused.
That seems to be a standard state of affairs.
Harvey is going to take these guys to the mess hall. Or to somewhere else. Just literally anywhere else.
Incorrect, computer. I do know English. I'm a noun. You're a noun.
Yeah.
He was a noun.
The callbacks.
Correction. That corpse is still a noun.
Oh.
You can make it an
Okay.
adjective if you want to call it cadaverific.
What is an adjective?
Oh no.
Guys, let's let him master nouns first.
It's a
Come
way
on.
of, it's a descriptor.
Oh, so
It's a way to
dead is an
describe
adjective.
Uploading additional copies of English 1 to Dhonall's personal console.
So you see, Dhonall, you are a noun. So
Yes.
yes.
And I think he needs
But
English
so
5.
I am going to leave. I am not doing this. Eleanor is sat there with a nice cup of tea, calming down, as advised by Lucius.
I'm sitting across from her.
And Virgil, you walk in.
Virgil kind of walks over. For the record, there was no summoning of any spirits of any kind. It was all smoke and mirrors.
Oh, well, that's rather nice then. Fantastic. What I expected, but
I want you to know that this is going in the notes.
Are you afraid of ghosts?
No, it's not. No, I don't believe in ghosts. It's not ghosts. It's more that I have a very complicated relationship with the icons and those that work with them.
I see.
What do you mean by that?
Virgil is going to both listen and grab some kind of sustenance that he can have, which is like, I don't fucking know, a tomato.
There's some tomatoes in
Yeah,
there.
Virgil takes a tomato and starts eating it like an apple.
Of course.
Oh.
I'm not sure. It never really clicked with me, I suppose. I just don't particularly like it. I don't like being around it, if I can help it.
That makes sense.
But, I mean, the icons are good. I mean, they help us.
Good is subjective to what you truly view as good.
It does depend on your point of view. For example, if the icons always helped one person and they were fighting with someone else, well, then they're technically harming the other person.
Precisely. It's a perspective thing. Whereas one person may view the icons as good, the other may be viewing them as bad. Religion is complicated like that, and it's why I don't particularly like it, I suppose. There's too many ifs, ands, and buts, and, well, too much room for interpretation.
I mean,
You prefer a far more rigid system.
Precisely, something that's clear, straightforward. Now, I'm alive, and I have my orders, and my life. That's it. That's the way I like to keep it.
and when I was in a really bad spot in my life, the icons really helped me out. They helped me and the people who I cared about around me.
And I commend you for that. I know that the icons and what they stand for isn't necessarily all bad. Religion can truly bring people together and act a beacon of hope in people's lives. I know that. And I'm glad that it was able to do that for Eleanor. I just have a hard time coming around to it, I suppose.
I see. I never really thought that too deep into it.
Virgil's just kind of nodding along.
There's a lot that people aren't told about. It is not all berries and cream, I suppose you can say.
Oh my god, I love berries and cream, berries and cream. Oh.
Well, Don't get me wrong, I am a little bad supreme, but not in the case, I suppose, of religion, I guess. I grew up around some very religious folk, kind of.
I mean, I guess the icons can't always help us either. I mean, with today, there was nothing they could do.
That's one way of looking at it.
It's a good thing that you're here, Virgil, because you're so good at, patching up wounds and all that, but, I mean, are you even, no offense, but are you even really trained to do that?
I am trained in human biology, so I know what to do and where to do it, even if my training was likely not exactly the same as a human medic would get.
Do you think a human medic could have saved Scott?
It depends.
How exactly did he die?
On what?
Theoretically, if someone got to him quick enough, it's possible that he could have been saved. But there was a lot.
Well then, I know I could have done something beforehand, but I don't know how to handle any kind of weapons or guns or anything like that.
Did you carry him back?
Yes.
Well, then you did what you could. And I'm sure that he appreciated it.
No, he doesn't, because what happened? I wasn't paying attention, and he jumped in to help me out, and when he got hurt, I froze. I feel like so many of us on the crew just don't know how to actually shoot a gun.
That's fair. I'm not the best at it.
I mean, Lucius, you must be really good, right? You went to a military school, and you were like a big commander person, and
being one of the higher ups in the military hierarchy, I passed the basic training course. I know how to gun, how to aim at rifles and such, but I am not a sharpshooter like that. I mainly dealt with tactics, giving out orders, commands, hierarchy, things like that. Someone like Dhonall or Harvey is much more equipped for that.
maybe they can teach us or something like that. I mean, I don't think I'll be going off the ship anytime soon, but
that's not a bad idea. Giving everyone some basic training in the form of a lecture of some kind.
That's true.
I shall talk to Harvey about it.
That sounds real good, because, man, we really need someone to help us out here. And with that, we are going to end transmission.
Nice.
That was a nice scene. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Very nice.
Uranium
making everyone question their own religion.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's only the beginning of it.
Man,
good
fuck
session,
space
everyone.
religion. Great session, guys. Yeah.
No,
Great session, guys. I'd love to do some combat next time.
I will say we're not done quite yet. There is an after credit scene.
Whoa.
But before we get to that, let's give out some XP.
Hell yeah. Okay, great.
First things first, everyone gets 1 XP for simply existing.
Well, wait, Archie gets
it? You did it.
That on my own.
As well as NPCs also get XP, but only if they go on a mission with you guys.
So
Oh, hell yeah. So Harvey got one.
So Harvey does, in fact, get. So, after all has been said and done, we go back to the planet of Menkar, but we go into the wild. Off in the deep jungles of Menkar, that bipedal blade spider that ran off earlier
races through the jungles, slashing through vines and bushes, climbing trees and then leaping off of them, trying to go as fast as it can to escape the scene it just ran from. As it soars through the air, fast as a bullet, getting ready to land on another tree, a piece of hot lead tears through the air, penetrating the skull of the Typhon as it goes limp and slams against the tree with a wet thump, falling to the ground below, disappearing into the foliage, following the trajectory of the bullet through the trees, past the branches, past the dense vegetation. You come down the scope of a sniper rifle, 100 meters away, right up to the eye of a woman who exhales and simply utters the words, "That's 50 in a row. Told you I'd do it."